10, 9, 8, 7.
Well, are we taking off in a space shuttle?
5,
happening.
4,
It's like
3,
two.
And blast off.
And it's liftoff of the People's Hearthstone show. Apparently, we are going to the moon. Or, we just got this fantastic countdown from our man Todd here.
I definitely feel like I was.
I don't know if he used to work for NASA. That was the mission control.
It's currently his
countdown here. Seriously, the dude's going like 10, 9, 8. 7, 6, and I like hear the engines rattling. Like seriously, my feet are starting to shake. I'm like, I need to put my. Don't you wear a seatbelt?
I was already strapped in. I'm strapped into life.
Yes, like if you're going into space, you need to secure yourself.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to another exciting episode of the People's Hearthstone Show with myself and Mr. Tay Zonday. It's another humbling experience at Twin Galaxies Live. We're going to be showing, I think this is the last qualifier bracket.
Yeah, this is the last qualifier bracket. And then before our finals.
Yes, next week will be the finals. I'm excited.
And the two winners of tonight's bracket will compete with the 4 previous winners from the 2 previous brackets.
Yes.
In the finals, and they are going to get some NVIDIA swag here.
Yes. Let's talk about some of this amazing.
They're going to get an NVIDIA Shield tablet. They're going to get a tablet cover.
Yes.
And then they're also going to get a controller.
Yes. Now, as we all know, Fanatiq is a pad player. I've always liked controllers.
Oh, there you go. I actually didn't know that. I'm learning. Yeah, I'm learning.
I actually was, I only played competitively on a pad.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, like our dear friend Snake Eyes. But, so yeah, that was the only way I could compete. I am actually really, I'm just not good on a joystick. And so, yeah, so I like controllers, and so I have yet to try it out, but I'm excited to try it out eventually.
Absolutely.
And you can actually hook up your computer and all the games to this control. You can hook the tablet up to your television, stream all your games to the tablet, and then you could be playing with a controller.
Absolutely.
So it's like controller gaming. You can play whatever you want, and that's pretty entertaining.
That is, and I think that'd be fantastic to do. I mean, it's for those console gamers. I mean, so if you you get used to the dual analog stick thing.
Yes.
And you just want to be able to do that on your PC games and whatever else.
Yeah, why be forced to change? The only thing that I had to adapt, there's certain games you can't. Like, you can't really feasibly play something like, MOBAs or RTS games.
But I mean, it's fantastic to have that option.
Absolutely. Anytime it's available.
Absolutely.
And NVIDIA Shield NVIDIA is making sure that it's always available at all times.
That's fantastic. And I'm gonna date myself. I remember when I was a kid, there was just the Atari 2600, and that had literally one button and the one joystick.
Yes.
And I remember playing I'm playing Enduro. I'm playing all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, and.
I would have probably said when my father was a kid, but no, yeah, go ahead and go with that.
It's like, Fanatiq's like, Tay, are you my daddy? Seriously? I didn't realize you were that old. Like, y'all got my grandfather here.
Yeah.
Yes, to me. You didn't know I was 68.
Yeah.
I just look really, really, really young.
Well, some things don't crack.
There you go. There you go. And moving very quickly beyond that, Poke It with the Stick says Tay is old. Evil Gigant says, oh, shots fired.
They were. Only slightly. It could be a compliment. Some things.
Oh, no.
Something aged
I take age. I've always been an old soul.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I was an old soul even when I was a kid. People
there you go.
Wow, that kid is an old soul. So it's kind of like, it's not just, not just the outside.
Yeah,
here's what I think it is. I think when the younger I am, the older my soul, and then the older I get, the younger my soul. So I'm going to be 75. I'm going to be, seriously, I'll be 5 years old for the first time.
You know what that sounds like?
My soul is like Benjamin Button.
That's an old soul, but forever young.
Oh, there you go.
That sounded good. It sounded good coming out of my mouth. I was feeling myself when I said it.
No, I felt that wisdom. Seriously, that was that needs to be a battle cry. So that's like the wisdom battle cry. It's like all the other minions just kind of go back whoa. It's like I'm putting Fanatiq down on the board. I'm putting that wisdom battle cry just kind of
Well, I was part-time.
I think it would boost your health. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Well,
Boost
I was
the
also
health of
employed,
all other minions on the board.
I was one of the writers for Confucius, so you know I've done that. For a while.
There you go. There you go.
What am I saying? Anyway, this is exciting. I'm always excited to see what decks people are going to whip out on Hearthstone.
You never know.
And I'm excited because I feel like when you get to the grand finals in a tournament, you've qualified. And at that point is when people can play something really interesting. Though sometimes people are so competitive that they just insist on playing their absolute best because
Well, we have a bunch of poker faces tonight. You see, because I in some of the previous brackets, we've seen like people kind of like doing a little bit of intel, seeing like, oh, who are the other people playing?
Yeah.
And that is always an interesting aspect. The social dynamics of the bracket, of the the competition. And Mastermind ZZ in chat saying, "Good evening, my favorite show."
That sounds exactly like him.
Yeah, that's
I know.
Mastermind.
Yeah, no, that's his voice.
Oh, he's like, you know Mastermind.
Yes, I do.
And so he would actually go, "Good evening, my favorite show."
Spot on.
Oh,
I don't know if you did. Did you just channel?
No, I think that's what. Like last week, you had like the chat, and this week I think it's passed on to me. Like I'm just like
that was
in
him.
sync with the chat today.
Mastermind. Whoa. All the way from Kentucky.
Like I could tell you what color socks Jabinski is wearing right now.
What color are they?
Okay, hold on.
You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it.
I've got to feel it.
Don't rush it. Wait for it to come to you.
I've got to feel it. I've got to feel it. Doesn't have any socks on.
Oh, perfect. Got it. He thought he got you right there. He's like, I'm not wearing socks, but you just got bopped.
There you go. There you go. And Lewis 3103, I hope Tay does some Murloc sounds. It was hilarious. Murloc sounds. I don't know.
It happened. This is one of those magic moments because normally I always feel like I'm able to.
Oh, Chavinsky! Bam! He's right. He's right. He's right. I told you. You can't kill that Tay sense. I play computer in bed. There you go.
See, this is why. This is one of those times where you just gotta have that. You have to have that clarity.
You have to that sixth sense. Absolutely. Cave Led, how are you doing? This is a fantastic show called the People's Hearthstone Show.
Absolutely.
Cave And if you stick around, you're going to see some real life Hearthstone brackets.
Yes.
With some real life human beings. That's what I love about this show. It's not just a name on the internet. No. It's not just, this random thing you got matched to in battle.net. We actually have the people here.
Right here, right now, in the flesh.
Actual physical constituted human beings. I'm not gonna. That's an odd thing to be surprised about.
In today's day, it's not so odd.
Yeah, no, I know. It's unique.
Yeah.
It's like there.
It is very unique. You know what else is unique? What? The NVIDIA Shield tablet. I feel like it's so different in that there's a lot of tablets that are out there, but this one is designed specifically for gaming.
No, it actually is. And it's gosh, I remember my first NVIDIA product. This is going to date me.
Yeah.
Was a Riva 128 video card back in 1997.
Were computers out then?
Yes, they had computers back then. And it's always fun to see companies evolve and get into additional markets.
Absolutely.
And Barrelope, Tay Zonday shirt, Illuminati. It's. Oh, is this Todd?
Yeah.
Is this our countdown, dude? Todd does our space
2,
countdown.
3. By the way, okay, because we're updating Hearthstone. There's an update on Hearthstone. We're updating Hearthstone right now.
Yeah. That takes some time.
Sorry. But to entertain the audience out there, we do have your awkward handshake video.
We do?
We do. So if you want to see last week's episode.
Yeah.
Because now look, when people shake hands with Fanatiq, it's like right here, man. It's like right there. It's like right here. But then they turn over here, and it just gets all awkward, and we have video to show that. Do you want to?
I don't know. I have suave handshakes. I don't know what we're talking about.
Neo, can we see this video? Can we see the video, Neo? Let's watch the video. It's a few minutes long.
This is ridiculous.
Go to the video.
What is this? What is this? I give suave
3 minutes.
handshakes.
3 minutes, you'll be back.
I am the
Watch this up here,
smoothest
guys, on the side of the
handshaker. What? What are we talking about here? I don't know what this is. I object. Seriously. I give fantastic and smooth swag handshakes. In fact, that's what they're called. They're called swag shakes. It's not even a
That happened.
handshake.
No.
When you get it from me, it is
You're shaking swag.
Swag shake.
Absolutely.
It's like I got a swag shake from Tay Zonday. And are we still live? Is it playing?
No, right now we're not live because they're playing the video, but we'll be live
Oh!
afterwards.
You're like, wow, there's a screen over there. It shows what they're seeing. I forgot about that.
Yo, these
Dude.
are so good.
So we get to look forward to some chocolate rain shakes. Dude, you should make a protein powder for a fitness company called Chocolate Whey.
Oh, there you go.
Gosh.
There you go. And apparently I will not be on the front of that particular product.
No, it's downloading her. We're 40%. By the way, 40% downloaded on the update. So it's
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I should have warned y'all. Because I had to delay my stream yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm updating Hearthstone.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I went from like rank 18 to rank 10 in like or rank 12. No, it was rank 10. Rank 18 to rank
1
10 in
minute.
one day.
Oh boy, Toy Hammer. Dulce leche, haha, this is hard to watch.
Hey, Toy Hammer's in the chat. I love awkward actually. They're bad.
2 minutes. Or 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute? All right.
The comments, I don't even know. What do you say to that?
All right.
Jesus Christ. Angry Jolly's kind of trolly. I'm going to time that sucker out.
I mean,
0x1 is in this is great. All right.
I think it was awesome.
Just you poke it with a sick Tay, be careful. You
30
can
seconds.
you can get one of those handshakes.
So there's probably just going to be a few more minutes, and then we'll be able to go to a game.
And then they'll update it. All right. Ha ha ha. And
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
boom! Are we live again? I don't even know. Like seriously,
That happened.
they need to warn me when they come up with these videos. That really wasn't me. I plead the fifth. Because seriously, you know me. I give suave handshakes.
Yes, you do.
I give swag shakes.
Yes.
I don't even know. Like that was my body double. That was the Tay Zonday body double right there.
Yeah.
So
I think those handshakes were amazing, and I liked the Street Fighter handshake. That was my favorite of them all.
oh, there you go. You know, hey, I could do some mocap for Street Fighter.
Yes, yes. With those,
put on those green dots and get in front of the mocaps screen.
and no one would know more about that than Jennifer Zhang. But moving on, so this tournament we can expect some really interesting decks. We have a very different tournament format. I think part of the joy of this show is the desire to learn.
Absolutely.
For all of us.
Absolutely.
To grow. And we wanted something that kind of appealed to more people who weren't so well versed in the game, but were more looking to develop.
Well, I'm just enjoying it casual. I mean, this show is like the community pickup game of basketball.
Perfect
This
example.
is the softball in the park. Come on, everybody, enjoy Hearthstone. You know, enjoy all the different characters.
Yes.
You know, grab your sludge belchers and you know, gotta get married like a murloc and and fun playing Hearthstone like all the murlocs.
That
And
voice.
you know, all the different aspects of enjoying the game like that.
You have the loot hoarder. Mind if I roll weed? Or
Well, I don't. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't think that's actually.
It's not exactly.
No,
what he
it's
says.
it's one of those things.
similar.
No, sometimes you can't. You can't exactly tell his age. Like
Yeah.
I thought it said mind if I roll feet. So I was like, yeah, you mind if I roll feet? I'm like, oh wait, you're rolling your feet? I don't even know what that is. So, Radical Larry. No, I'm here for you, Radical Larry. I just showed up for you in chat. I'm like, this is the Radical Larry show.
Angry Johnny, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So yeah, either way, so there's gonna be all of that. I think that's really exciting. We always get we have some new people. Dart is here. And he's a bit of a veteran. I think he's at one point I remember seeing his account was at rank 4 legend.
Oh, there you go.
So we can expect to see some dominance here. He was here last week and we expected him to dominate, but the format is only one game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely blind draw, blind pick. There's no, you can't pick, you can't ban out any other decks or any other classes. And so at this point, it really is just up to the heart of the cards.
And there we go. And it is in the essence of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
As they say, it's cliche, but it's all in the cards.
Yes.
And it's always exciting because sometimes you have lots of different strategies. I mean, there are lots of decks we haven't quite seen yet. I don't think anyone has played a mill deck yet.
Ooh. Actually, Dart tried the mill deck
there
the
he
very
did.
first time, and then he
75% on the download.
okay.
Yeah, apparently we are updating
Yes.
our copies of Hearthstone, and we are 75% there.
Yeah.
And when we are at 100%, we should be able to start the bracket.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of decks that aren't explored, and I'm just not gonna do it. So we can always look forward to seeing. There's some people playing some very interesting cards here that I couldn't even wrap my mind around. It didn't make the most amount of sense.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think that's a great thing, just seeing someone's perspective and how they would play the game. I learn every time, it's great to be able to spectate now.
Yes.
And to see kind of what is that. And, of course, we have the omniscient vision.
Yes.
When we're here, so we can spectate both sides and see the cards and see the hands and kind of have that unique type of perspective.
Yeah. And that's, it makes it kind of painful sometimes because when you're watching and you know what the other opponent has, and so you see the decision he's making, you're like, no, this would be the best.
Yeah,
but it's so hard not to recognize. It's sometimes hard to realize, well, having that extra bit of information is what's forming our decisions.
Absolutely. And in fact, I don't think there has ever been that type of broadcast with another card game. I mean, have you ever seen that where, like if someone's broadcasting a poker tournament, like you're not actually seeing the hands that the players have, are they? In poker, like in the World Series, a lot of times you know what's in both players' hands. Okay,
and then,
you do.
And it makes it really painful when you see someone getting bluffed or someone getting baited and someone slow playing, and you're just like, no, please don't call.
Oh, there
please
you go.
Or please don't raise. Please animate, do it. So
there you go.
Yeah. So I guess it could be really similar in that sense.
So it is fun to bring that energy and that suspense to Hearthstone, because I think that is a unique Hearthstone experience. Yeah. And we'll see. Masterminds. He's like, yes, he's very open to the types of decks he'll take in.
You shouldn't have read that line out. I don't know.
Am I like, did I get in the middle of something there? Did I dump it?
It's okay. It's okay.
I stepped in something.
You know what though? As long as you can keep doing Mastermind's voice, it's okay. I don't even mind. And you sounded exactly like him again. You really have his voice down, Pat. I respect it.
There we go. We go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's always that soap opera aspect, which you're like, ooh. Watch some more poker. Ian HO5 is like, okay. Yeah, Fanatiq was trying to be really polite. It's like, fool, you ain't watched any poker. I don't know what type of card game you've been watching.
I talk like that too. You got my voice down.
Fanatiq being like, well, Tay, how it actually happens is they do that in every clucking card game that they have ever broadcast in the history of card games. So,
in
fact, it's kind of rare for it to not be done that way, Tay. So,
possibly, but I mean, why say it? I prefer to let people learn things in their own time, in their own
Yeah,
space.
just like the game of Hearthstone.
Absolutely,
It just kinda
and
like,
that's the point.
Sometimes you're a new player, and it's kind of like, oh well, you're learning the basics.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we are all new to something.
Jive net.
Tay hit us with the Jive-natic. Is that voice?
That's what it was. That's what it was.
That's the Jive-natic voice.
A little extra Negroidian, but it's okay. I respect it.
It's like neither of us have ever spoken like that in our lives.
No, absolutely
But, well, okay.
I might pop
Some
off
moment,
sometimes. Sometimes.
Maybe. Occasionally,
I feel I'm one of those people I like to communicate to my audience.
There you go.
If I'm surrounded by people that would communicate,
you
in that
absorb.
way,
You absorb that. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do.
Absolutely.
It's like, there you go. So it's like, if I'm in Rome, I guess I'll speak Latin. I mean, it's I guess, well, it's Italian, but if you're in like the Vatican, it's Latin. I think. Yeah. I don't know. This is not a world travel show. This is a Hearth.
I'm gonna bring Dart in to talk to you guys.
Oh, Dart's gonna come in and talk.
Oh, all right. It is time.
So here's what I'm doing, Heinz Sword. Today, I'm going to be giving away a fight stick. And that's my throwback to the FGC and Marvel, which I actually recently played. I just played last week.
I was called in to take up a little more time.
Absolutely.
I'm allowed to join you.
Yes, you are. You know what? Now that you're here, I wanted to ask you a question last week, but I know you were busy and stuff, so I wanted to get to you. Now that we can kind of pick your brain about it, and then I've talked to a few people in the chat about this as well. Is there a proper priest deck that involves Shade of Naxxramas?
No, not if you want it to be good.
No,
Interesting.
It can't be done.
Because Shade is such a versatile card. I mean, it's kind of like it's there. It gets buffed every time it doesn't die. It can't be attacked.
Yeah, I mean, you have.
Well, I think maybe
Valen.
because is it because the priest has so many buffing options and abilities already in the nature of the hero power and that deck that you don't really need to play Shade?
I mean, Priest as a class is just a very reactive class. I mean, you can have it reactive to aggro decks and just wipe out their board and eventually just gain back, or you can have it reactive to kind of higher end decks by just stealing all their big stuff with Mind Control, use Cabal Shadow Priest for even the little stuff. And then Shade is a very proactive card, so it just doesn't fit into the builds. I know one that I think Raynad tried to play just for fun was you play a Shade. At some point, he can faceless it, but you keep buffing up its health by doubling its health, and then I think it's called Divine Spirit and Inner Fire, and then you can do a one-turn kill. But that was just kind of a joke of a deck. But for a realistic priest deck, no, Shade does not fit that well.
Interesting.
It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. Because I really wanted to make that deck work. I just kept thinking when they came out with Valen's Chosen, and it was like, wow, so I have spell damage for free that pretty much can't be targeted, and then there's another card that gives it 2 health and helps you draw a card. What's that called? I can't. Either way,
Power Shield.
Yeah, so I kept thinking of all those cards, but I guess it just overall just doesn't fit.
Yeah, I have actually never had a Shade played against me that got super buffed. I mean, it tends to get used at 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. It rarely am I seeing a Shade that ends up at 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40. Some other cards kind of end up in that zone. It's like, oh gosh, and I wish I'd killed that. But Shade, for whatever reason, it's nice for it to survive a couple of turns. But I rarely see Shade applied in a way that, it's super buffed.
Yeah, I think the only time I've ever seen a Shade get really big was in a Druid versus Warrior matchup, where the Druid, I think, got it to a 13-13.
Yeah.
I just waited till he eventually had combo and...
Yeah. And what is that one that doubles every time? There's one that
what does it do exactly?
No, that for each time it takes damage, I think it is.
Godzilla?
Maybe each time it could be.
It's Godzilla, the Hunter card.
Yes, I think that
So,
I had one of those because it kept going out. It was 24, then 48, then it was 96. Unfortunately, I killed the guy, but it was kind of I had one little taunt sitting there, it was a 1-2 taunt, and it was literally at 48, and he attacked it, and then it was 96. Unfortunately, I killed him the next turn, but it was okay.
So I've gotten Godzilla and played it one time ever, and it was when I was obviously playing Hunter. I got off a web spinner,
Oh, there you go.
got it versus
That's the
Druid,
best.
was trying to burst down the Druid, and I was in a weird position where Gazrilla and I had the Slime of a Belcher down, and that was all I had. And the Druid was at, I think, 11 health, so I needed to keep the Gazrilla alive. I need a lot of cards. So the way I ended up winning the game is I used Owl to silence my Gazrilla.
Oh, wow.
I was added by the guy afterwards. Of course, a lot of cuss words came out, and he said, "Screw you." Pretty much, I'll make it lightly. He said, "Screw you." I had Wrath Big Game Hunter waiting.
Oh.
So
That's
my only time I ever played
crazy.
Gazrilla, I actually had to silence it in order to win the
Oh,
game.
man.
That makes sense though. That's like super meta because, it's just I don't know. Yeah, it's really. That's one of those times where you use the card perfectly. Like you silence him.
And
just to
you
get
anticipate,
right out of that
and it's
range.
great to
Yeah.
anticipate that. Was it's like you kind of like, I actually need this to be less,
Yeah.
and less is more in this situation.
Like
Yeah.
like Charmin Ultra.
Oh, all right. We have a lot of sponsors coming in on the show. Apparently, we're just going to go to the grocery store and be like, okay, come in, Green Giant, come in.
No, it's one of those phrases. No matter what, anytime I
Marie
hear that phrase, I
Calendar,
usually think
just
of
like
that
everybody. Let's see. Looney Lily says, I love silencing people. Smiley face. I think we all love silencing people, like, you know.
There's a lot of deleted messages. Looks like folks are trying to go extra ham in the chat.
I seriously, I mean, and we have the ban hammer out. Apparently, we people being timed out,
Yes.
left and right in that chat. We must have gotten some mods since last week.
Yeah, and sometimes it's necessary because people like to go ham because there's anonymity and so.
Yeah, on the internet, it's kind of like, oh, I'll go ham on the internet.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but you get
people
used-
like to go cheese on the internet and bread on the.
Oh Lord, please stop. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you get used to it when it comes to Twitch chat, especially if you go into streams like I know Forsen has an interesting Twitch chat.
Interesting. That's a very carefully chosen word. And SP Johnny, it's about to go down. High-speed cable internet. Ooh.
Yeah, maybe there might be something wrong with Blizzard servers. I don't know what's going on, why it's taking so long to download. I can assure you it's not the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Well, no, of course. Hey, it's my game took it took like
I think it was that new Mimran's head animation. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But
it's like a really detailed
oh
animation.
yeah, it's back to. I wish we could actually bring it up and show a video on this on the stream for those who haven't seen it. Someone YouTube the new Mimran's head animation. It's awesome.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, yeah, I have yet to see it, but so if it was like a gigabyte download, that was like 900 megabytes.
Oh yeah, it's
we need a really detailed.
It's the biggest animation in Hearthstone so far. So Mimran's head pops up, gets really big. A lightning storm comes around it.
Oh.
The 3 mechs kind of lift up off the screen too, get absorbed into it, and then Voltron. Oh wait, what is it? V0 LT. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Wrap up. Come on out. We're gonna start.
All
They're
right.
pulling me away. See you guys later.
Are we
Okay.
gonna start?
Enjoy.
Now, I'm going to personally say, I think this time we're going to see Dart with his claws out.
Oh,
And he's probably not going to take it as easy, and he's probably a favorite to
we
win.
want to run your
in
headphones
NVIDIA Shield.
under the tape.
What was that?
I guess we're live.
To run this thing?
Yeah, we can do that. We can.
Yeah, it'll have to happen eventually. 'cause
It'll have to happen.
Yep.
We've got our plans, but right now
We're into
we
our first
are going into a game of Hearthstone. I'll bring out that crowd. How's this gonna happen? We're in the game. Oh, we have a Mage, Jaina versus Gul'dan, the Warlock. Mage versus Warlock,
Rochester. He's coming back from last week.
and this looks like a neck Mage deck. If
Yes.
not
If
gonna
I've ever
mulligan
seen
any
one.
of that.
It's weird. We're only able to see one of the cards this time.
Oh, are we? Who do we need to observe? We need to observe
Rochester.
Rochester.
Yeah, you can do that.
There we go.
Yeah.
And we can get in on that other side or in the pregame beverage. And Lena starts out with some standard mechs, 1 drop and a 2 drop. Very standard mechs to start out with here. And Rochester at the 2 mana turn.
He has a little exorcist that he can play. And that's his only option at this point.
Yeah, and he does. He does coin and little exorcist. And
And he was able
puts
to
that
get
taunt out there.
and he gained because of the death rattle from the 2-1. So,
Or the battle cry.
The little exorcist, he gains I think +1/+1 for every death rattle.
For each death rattle minion. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The battle cry is to gain from every death rattle minion. I see. Okay.
Yes.
I was like, death rattle hasn't died yet. But it's like, okay, yeah, some battle cries respond to the death rattles.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are on Rochester's side. We'll see what he puts out again because the mechs are coming out. There is a mech game happening on Lena's. What is Lena's actual name in the bracket?
I don't know. We're gonna go with Lena for now.
I guess we'll call them Lena.
Yep.
And Rochester.
Now I'm expecting to see a Frostbolt here.
And in fact, there's a Frostbolt right there. The standard thing to do. And then all face would be the standard thing to do. And Lena definitely getting those mechs out, just kind of, doing the standard mech mage game. And what options are there here? He plays Hellfire. Just 3. That's a good board clearing play.
Yep.
4 mana, try and get back in the game.
Yeah.
And
Azure Drake, I mean, there's no way he wasn't going to do that there. It's on the curve. It's just waiting before he can play Dr.
This
Balance.
Belcher has to come out definitely because he is kind of hemorrhaging from the face there.
Yes.
And that'll give him a chance to get a few more mana.
And I don't think that the Warlock so far is drawn in.
Yeah, and I would play the Blast Mage, Lena, maybe to dig into that Sludge Belcher.
Yeah, it's expected.
And, there's the Blast Mage. And dig into the face a little bit.
Yeah. He'll probably attack with the Azure Drake. I'd imagine.
Yeah, the Lena has not drawn a lot of spells at this point. It would be they spent this the Frostbolt pinging that. That is an interesting. Then
So
running
he's going to trade the
3/1
3/1.
Gonna ping, trade the 3/1, then probably run the 4/4 into the 1/2.
Yeah, that's probably the better play there.
And that's a fairly.
And then with Dr. Balance here, this is looking really unfavorable for this.
Because Dr. Boom can come out on the next turn, and we'll see Siphon Soul Destroyer, many restore 3 health to your hero. Is what Rochester just played. It's boom time, I would say. And there
turn 7.
There comes the boom. There comes the boom. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. And
that happened. Okay, so
for the face with the 4/3.
Yeah, without.
Is there any way for him to get out of the situation?
I don't.
He has the Defender of Argus, which can taunt things, but he doesn't really have much else.
He's on turn 7.
To taunt.
Let's see. He can't. So even if he does Shadow Flame at this point, he get rid of the 2 boom bots, but they both have a potential to do 8 damage. So I guess he's gonna have to do that.
Yeah, he's gonna try to do that. Destroy a friendly minion and deal its attack damage to all enemy minions. He can't do that. He doesn't have the mana anymore.
Yeah, I think this is actually game over.
The minion, if it's friendly demon, give it +2/2 instead.
He surrendered there.
With the fireball, most
Are
definitely.
we going to see BM here?
This is quite beyond lethal in this situation.
No, he did not.
Lena very quickly ending the game.
With the wham bam, thank you, man. He definitely got slanged on there. It's just really unfortunate. That's the thing of mech mage is that they're really, really fast.
Yeah, and if you don't, especially if you don't, I mean, you have to go for board control at all costs.
Yes.
Against the mech mage.
Yeah, otherwise you'll immediately.
Especially once they get that mech warper out there. Oh my goodness! I mean, I have fireballed mech warpers. I have I have been tempted to anything I have.
Anything
you
can do to stop that dancing,
Yes.
You don't want to get danced on.
To run into that game.
Yeah.
Because they will get stuff out on the board
so
fast, especially if they double draw that mech warper.
They basically beat the curve, and then and it's so hard not to get pranced on in that situation.
Yeah. And we've all been on that other side of a mech mage.
Absolutely.
Doing that in that situation. So, SP Johnny says, indeed it is in the chat. And, You can stop the dancing, but you can stop.
Alrighty.
It's not getting brass on. All right.
So I think we have the victor here, and your name is Elena.
Yeah, Elena.
Elena. Okay, and you're running the mage.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that was pretty bad. So
And that was a pretty textbook mech mage game. You know,
Yes.
you try and get out you had a very good curve with, you know, the 1 drop, the 2 drop, 3 drop. You drew well. Yeah, you got the mechs out there.
yeah, that just kind of happened. Is there anything significant to that match, or would you say it's pretty standard?
It's pretty standard. I mean, I did have a very good draw at the beginning. You know, 1, 2, 3 all lined up.
Yeah.
Mech Warper would have been helpful. Coin would have been helpful, but
Yeah.
that would just mean I'd just beat him faster. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
He's a great guy. He's a great guy. I'm just kidding. Don't hate me. I'm just kidding.
That's just the heart of the cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you bring any other classes, or are you primarily going to be running that? Or you probably don't want to give that away.
Oh, you
Yeah, I don't wanna give that away.
Alright, she's saving information. She's competitive.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we look forward to seeing more of you in the tournament.
Alright,
Good luck in your next
Definitely.
matches.
Thank you.
And here is Rochester, who just got mech mage.
I know. Yeah. What's up, guys?
Man. What can you say about that match? I mean, it's just you had the card, so you're
Yeah.
gonna get slang.
Yeah, I honestly did not expect Mech Mage. I won't lie. I did not expect it.
All right.
When she put out her first card, I was like, oh. I was like, well, there we go. I pretty much knew it was over first card.
All right. It wasn't your mech mage fighting deck.
Nah, it wasn't.
That is a tough matchup. I mean, Warlock versus mech mage, just generally
Yeah.
speaking, because Warlock tends to be more of a responsive deck, just because the hero power is to draw the cards.
Yeah.
It digs into the health, and so it's. I mean, you had a good response with clearing the board. That one time,
Yeah,
you
I got lucky with Hellfire. I got really lucky.
You did get a board clear.
Yeah, there was one part. I totally misread how many mana crystals I had. I thought I would have had at least. I could have.
Oh, where you could have destroyed the minion and done
Yeah.
its damage to the other minions.
Yeah, I think you guys saw me.
We
about
saw,
to
yeah,
get-
we saw that.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh crap, I only have 3 left. I was gonna
Yeah,
shadow flame my Void Caller, but
Yeah, I did that all the time. People are like, whoops.
yeah,
But-
yeah, tough game, but it was good. She's really good. She's got
Yeah.
a good deck, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's first game of the tournament. It's okay. You got
Yeah.
more to go through, so we look forward to seeing more
yeah.
of
At
you.
least I don't gotta fight Dart next.
There you go. Next
There
time,
we
now
go.
you'll find something that you can whip
Yeah.
out for the next competitor.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, look
Awesome.
forward to
All
seeing
right,
more of you, man.
All right, it was good talking to you guys. And
Absolutely.
Hopefully, interview you on winners.
There you
Winners
go. Next time. So he has another match. Not just one more. He has a potential of many more matches. He can win the next ones and
Indeed,
go
because
all the
we
way to the
are-
end of this tournament.
We are a double elimination bracket here.
Yeah. Yes, it is double elim, and so that's good. You still have plenty of potential, and we're going to be looking at the bracket soon. Yeah,
And
it is unfortunate. That's the thing is sometimes when you're playing, as soon as you see that first card and you realize what card you have in your hand, you recognize that you kind of can't stop anyone from prancing on you in that situation.
Oh, well, no, and sometimes you're just in that situation where it's like, you're in like the third or fourth turn, you're like, okay, this is just not going well.
Yeah.
I did not draw to respond to this, so it's kind of like you feel like it's a foregone conclusion.
And now we have the bracket. So it was Elena from versus Rochester, and now I believe we might have Spy versus Psionic.
We might.
Or-
Someone versus Psionic that's, is it Spy?
Yeah, and then we're also gonna have Dart versus Lena.
And that will be round 2.
Okay. Oh, so the dude did show up. Okay, so it won't be Spy this time. There was a possible. We were possibly going to have to replace one of the competitors. It looked like he might not have shown up, but he did show up in time, so we will probably be able to get him still in there. So we won't be able to see Singularity Spy whip out because he actually has some pretty decent cards.
There you go.
Yeah,
And there's some water over there. Isn't there? That's
sure. There you go.
oh, there we go.
And I want to note that water is room temperature. We can't,
It is. We do room temperature water here.
Yes, we do.
On the People's Hearthstone.
myself included. We do a lot of things, and one of the things that we are doing, as someone asked there, is we do stand. And I feel like you have to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
There you go.
why
Now
not?
that was suave.
Yeah.
That was an impressive segue.
Yeah.
It's like a person can't ride you unless your back is bent.
Oh,
There's another one.
that's a good one. I've
Which
never
is-
heard that.
We're just dropping the wisdom today.
Yeah. Well,
And
you know what? No, we're gonna stop. So
it's like,
we have I Love You Shin versus Psionic, and that's the person's name there.
there you go.
Oof, gotta dial it back.
It's like, ooh. And
We're gonna go. We added new players on here, so
all right,
I love you, Shin.
we're filling in the bracket. And you can see it being filled in with us. I believe, Kenny, oh, it's not up right now.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Gotta check out the SF All-Nighter. All right. Oh, Evil Dragon. Sorry to hear that. And Big JH3. The water got rid of it. Good job, Trey-La-La.
What? What are they saying?
Oh, it's between me and Trey-La-La.
Oh, you know him personally?
No. It's just I was reading the chat. So
I got you.
We just kind of got a little thing going on there. No.
Okay. So shouldn't be that
I
much
needed some
longer.
chapstick. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Like my lips are getting dry.
Well, that's what you got water for.
Yeah, that's what I got the water for. The room temperature water too.
Yes, and man, I can't drink cold water because I wanted a Pepsi, right? And last time I tried a room temperature Pepsi, and Pepsi just doesn't taste good room temperature.
Oh, all right.
It doesn't.
Interesting.
But it. So like when you get drink from a fountain, it's already cool. It's slightly chilled, but it's not cold.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't get fountain drinks, and so I normally drink them that way, and it's perfectly fine. But a warm Pepsi is actually not tasty.
we're on.
Okay. So
Are we
where
on?
we are now, I believe this might already be the next match.
We might be on to I Love You, Shin.
Yes. Versus
Psionic.
Psionic. Yes. And it's another mech mage. Oh.
And we are. Oh,
You can go to it. Go to
we can
Psionic.
do it. Wait, Psionic? Yeah, we can.
That's happening.
We're good. We're already observing Psionic on this one. So hold on.
Black skills. Oh.
All right. So
left
we
the
need to observe I Love You, Shin.
We're
Yeah,
Right.
because we have Psionic on this
but we
screen.
don't have I Love You Shin.
And
But
I
it's
Love You,
okay.
Shin. It's
So
fine.
we're going
We
to
can
watch
see.
this match from a single
standpoint, and
perspective.
we definitely have the mech mage thing happening full force here
and
with Psionic.
And it's really hard. You know, it is a paladin versus a mech mage, and so it's hard not to get diddled in the situation. And
I love your verbs, slanged, diddled.
you know, it is what it is. And he already has, pretty much a lot of control over the board, and so it's looking
And
kind of rough.
yeah, I mean, and the paladin, I mean, for 3 mana, I mean, 2 mech warpers. Again, that is the dream draw for a mech mage.
Yeah.
I Love You, Shin has to do something to get rid of those mech warpers as fast as possible, and having that Annoyatron there makes it all the more annoying because Psionic is basically getting free mechs now.
I caught what you did there. Oh, now see, I like this. The Acolyte of Pain is a really good play here because it kind of discourages you from playing the Blast Mage, because the Blast Mage can attack the Acolyte of Pain multiple times and give it cards.
And that is a very smart play. And clearly, I Love You, Shin is doing better in card draw than Psionic at this point. The question is, this early in the mana curve, that's not as much of an advantage. But as the game goes on, that card draw is going to be an advantage. 2 Blast Mages, though, that is kind of the dream draw
It
right
is,
here.
but there's always that question. I don't know what secrets he's running. Do you go ahead and run that Blast Mage, knowing that it has the potential of giving that Paladin 3 cards?
He's going to try and kill
He's going to trade that Mech Warper for him.
Well, not trade, but dent 2 into it.
Well, yes,
apparently.
and then he can play his Blast Mage.
Apparently, he's thinking he doesn't need the mech warpers as much.
Well, he has 2 of them.
And then, interesting.
Let's mouse over that secret and see which one that is there.
That's Mirror Enemy, isn't it?
Well, I guess we won't
Where's
know.
the mouse?
for that.
We don't have the mouse there currently. Not sure what exactly happened to that
We'll
mouse.
assume it's Mirror Entity.
We're observing I Love You. We have I Love You, Shin, on this other screen, though.
Yeah, that's great.
So we can actually see the other side.
Yes.
We are observing multiple sides here.
It was Mirror Entity.
And yes, the knife juggler, double knife jugglers coming out on I Love You Shin's side.
That's pretty interesting. They get to play in the amazing
And of
Twin
course, that
Galaxies
works great
theater.
with Quartermaster. That's
Just
going to do
noticed that.
6. Oh, wait, no. What is the card that the Paladin has that puts a bunch of minions out there? If he has one of those,
Yeah.
then that's great when using the knife juggler. And
He traded another mech warper. The mech warpers already served their purpose. They helped him kind of establish early game dominance over the board, and he still has 4 minions there, and so it's going to be a little bit rough. And he still has a taunt.
now,
It's before the curve of the Black Knight, so Sludge Belcher's probably the best option.
probably
here.
at this point, the sludge belcher getting out there would be great. And
Okay, so I'm expecting Goblin Blast Mage.
yeah, this would be a great time if Psionic had any attack spells, and there are no attack spells on that side.
Okay, so you have you already have a lot of dominance on this board. You could. I don't think I would want to trade the Blast Mage, or I wouldn't want to attack him with the Blast Mage and put him in such low health. So I'm kind of wondering. This Paladin has to pull something together. He's definitely getting danced on here.
Oh, most definitely.
And so he has to do something to stop this slinging. And I'm trying to imagine.
And he still has the unused coin. I mean, I would have the last turn. I would have been tempted
To coin out the Black
to
Knight.
kind of the Black Knight, although he would have taken some face damage there, so that would have been a tough thing.
Okay. And this is unfortunate a little bit. Well, okay. No, he still has plenty of. He can.
Yeah.
Well,
And there's gonna be it's gonna be
Cogmaster there might have been a
close to
great
lethal
play.
within 3 of lethal here.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's definitely. I feel like. I don't know what would actually
The
prevent
mage
this
drew
danger.
extremely well in this game.
Anti-Killbot, and he can.
He can coin. Can he taunt it though? Summon a 1/1 silver hand recruit. Yeah, this might
not going to
this
do it.
might not do it.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, that might not be able to do it.
He got
in fact,
hard
it
bot.
can't. Yeah.
Will there be any BM?
Yeah, no, I think we're just.
I can't help it.
It's wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely, that was another extremely good draw for a mech mage there.
It just everything was on the curve.
It's tough if you, especially the 2 mech warpers. The mech mage didn't have a high quantity of cards, but I think that's something to think about when you build a paladin deck, whatever. Like, because he had 7, 8 cards there, and none of them were cards that could really address that situation of protecting his face from a mech mage board or clearing a mech mage board.
Yeah. It's like you said, it is. It's quantity and quality are both very important there. If you don't have the right quantity, it doesn't matter how great the quality. Sometimes you kind of need a pretty good balance.
Absolutely.
And speaking of balance, I mean, it's really hard to find balance around a mech mage. It's hard not to get diddled when they have so much early game presence and early spells to clear out minions and
Absolutely.
so on and so forth.
I'm gonna borrow you, Fanatiq. Come over here, Fanatiq.
1 second.
Tay's gonna be solo with him.
Absolutely.
Come on here.
All right,
Hey,
and who are you? You are
I'm Psionic.
Psionic,
Yeah.
and so you were the winner.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, and so I'll say some fairly standard mech mage play. You drew extremely well.
Yeah,
there
that was good
with your 2
draws.
mech warpers.
Yeah, that was very lucky.
That's kind of the dream draw for a mech mage, and we just asserted effective board control.
Yeah, I think I was kind of afraid of equality consecrate on turn 6, so I was kind of hesitant of playing, but yeah, it worked okay. It worked out well. So
All right, how long have you played Hearthstone?
almost a year now.
All right.
Yeah.
And did you play Warcraft? Or did you play other
I
games?
played StarCraft.
All right, so
so-
you kind of a Battle.net veteran.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at StarCraft, but it was fun.
All right. Well, definitely looking forward to seeing you in additional games.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Come on out.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool.
Thanks.
Thanks, Tay. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, good handshake.
And, there we go. I'm working on the handshake. I'm working on the swag shake. We good? We're taking that sweet sour baby like ha ha ha. Cutting towards the truth with and.
So now I'm gonna borrow you and switch with Fanatiq for a second.
I'm being borrowed.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to let myself be borrowed.
And then you're gonna go ahead and talk to it.
I lost my bearing a little bit. Were you the Paladin player?
Yeah, Paladin.
Okay. You know, that it's just one of those matches, right? You know, the mech mage, if they draw properly, it's hard not to get slanged on there.
It's pretty much, you know, once I saw the second mech worker, I was just like, all right, it's over.
Yeah, you just know you got danced on. There's nothing you can do. But the good thing is, like I said, it's an illegal. It's a double elimination bracket, and so you get to play more matches. Do you feel like there's any deck that you could have had that would actually be able to do better against that?
Probably like a Control Warrior or maybe just another mech mage, you know.
Yeah,
Fire
that's
with
pretty
fire,
much.
right?
Yeah, just flip that coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you really need is the hand when you're doing dual mech mage, but I mean, it's a toss up.
Yeah, it's pretty much. That's one of the unfortunate things is sometimes some matches there's no learning. It doesn't feel like there's anything to take away from it other than he drew well. Like
Yeah, exactly. You know. That's what it's coming to with the meta that it is right now. It's usually you got the hand and you won.
Absolutely. Well, it's it's good. You don't seem very broken up about it.
I mean, like you said, there's losers bracket, so I could come back.
Yeah, you just whip out something on the loser side.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing more of you, man.
Thanks.
All righty. What's your name again?
Will.
Will. All right. All right.
Shin.
We're gonna see more of Will coming up. I love you. Shin is his name on there, and it is unfortunate. You know, like I said, sometimes when the way certain people draw, you just can't stop the dancing. /host space Twin Galaxies live. Yeah, we're just teaching how to host channels. I just learned that from VMan7. I feel like this is why I feel like this game, it might need to evolve a little bit. Because there's certain times where you really can't stop someone from dancing on you, you know, and it doesn't matter how determined you are in those situations. It's just, you know, it's just the heart of the cards, you know, and you know, yeah. But I like this environment. I like this tournament, you know, and it seems like everyone's playing together. Even though there's conversation, we're not really afraid that there's any collusion or anything like that. Hey, Jen Fox D and NY's Finest and Black Skills. See y'all in there. You know, but you don't have to really worry about that much, you know, anything like collusion or anything like that, or, you know. And it's just, you know, when you get the cards, you get, you know, there's clarity or there's not, you know.
And there we go. And so it's some pretty fun. Definitely a strong night for mech mages.
Yeah.
And we are going to do this. Yeah. Dark Rock 31's like, Tay or riot. Yes. Oh, yes. I was in trouble.
Well, listen.
I kid.
Black Skills wants to know how you can forever whip out, but not actually say it. And I don't feel like you should ever be afraid of saying whip out, because there's certain times when it just actually you
do actually whip out.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to whip out certain cards. You know?
You actually do. I mean, that's you know, I was having you know, because I crafted Archmage Antonitis. You know, you get a fireball for every spell you cast, and I got to whip that out yesterday for the first time that was actually useful.
Yeah,
because I've had it.
Because
sometimes you craft something like, am I ever going to use this? It was actually very useful because I got a spare part to cloak it.
Oh yeah.
I had the cloak spare part, so I was like just at 8 mana. Archmage Antonitis is 7 mana, so I put out Antonitis and then I cloak it.
And so you get to, so it's going to give you a fireball to whip out on the next turn.
So it's like, so it's just there cloaked until.
Yeah. And then when you play that fireball, then that fireball gives you another fireball.
Gives you another
to whip
fireball.
Out. So you just get double whip out fireball.
Seriously. I mean, Antonitis, when it works, it is a pretty awesome crowd there. And we are cooking popcorn, apparently. Did we fix the mouse? The mouse is, this mouse is.
I'll fix it, but we are going live.
All right, we'll get you there.
We are going live.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And
you're going to let it happen.
We have Dart running the mech. This is a mech mage versus Elena was a mech mage previously, and we'll see how this is going. And Dart putting out the Mad Scientist, which of course puts a secret out as its death rattle. Elena on the 3 mana curve, putting out Secret Town tech. And would you pop the Mad Scientist or go for the face? To get the secret out, you could pop the Mad Scientist, and
yeah, you could. And
I guess that's my verb for triggering the result of anything dying, popping it.
Yes,
triggering the death rattle.
No, you can say pop or bop. Either one of those work, and in that situation, I could see both of them. But
he's going for the face.
Yeah, a lot of time mages just feel like I'm just gonna go ahead and play my cards and continue to dance on
because
the
it's kind of like you want him to die anyway. Why not let him die at the hands of the enemy, as opposed to die at your hands? What point is there in sacrificing that to a 3/3? It doesn't do anything for board control.
Absolutely, and if there's if it's gonna be a mirror entity secret, then the later you draw that secret, then the more valuable it can become.
Because you're gonna have more valuable minions being put out. Yes. And of course, here comes a Frostbolt, and then I'd run the 3/3 into the 1/3 there to prevent minimize the card draw.
Yeah,
and. Unfortunately, Dart did just get a very good card, very useful card for later on.
Okay, now he has an ice block and an ice barrier, a blizzard, explosive sheep.
This is a mill mage deck.
This is a mill mage deck. I'm pretty sure he's whipping out the mill mage.
Most definitely doing mill mage. And
what's that secret that he currently has? We can't see it.
I don't.
It's not ice block.
Is the mouse working over here?
It's an ice barrier. It's an ice barrier. See, he can't use the ice barrier that's already in his hand, so it has to be an ice barrier. Yeah.
And so assuming he has ice block and ice barrier, and of course, one gives him +8 armor when he's attacked. He's trying to provoke a face attack here, and then of course the other prevents lethal for at least 1 turn. It makes you invincible, and kind of letting the Mech Mages come out and triggering the ice barrier, going to gain 8 armor here, and
it's very interesting. I think Lena, and she played that because she was afraid that it was going to be a mirror entity and didn't want to play a
she's testing
Yeti.
for the secrets, trying to see what the secrets are.
Yeah,
and he's pretty much trying to let stuff get out there until he can play Blizzard.
Fatigue mage, excuse me. Yeah, whatever phrasing. Yeah, you're right. Semantics.
And so he's trying to let all the and if I was Lena, I would be reluctant to keep putting stuff out there at this point because you have board control, and clearly Dart is not playing a minion dominant game. He's kind of waiting for the money spell, so to speak, to clear that board.
Well, he pretty much has it here. He has the explosive sheep.
And the Lothab is perfect play right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 2 ice barriers. And so, Lena going for the face, trying to just get through the 16 armor buffing that has happened so far. And then explosive sheep, ping the explosive sheep. That tends to be a very economical way to
you got rid of
get rid of some of the lower value minions.
Freeze mage. Okay, I don't know the phrasing. See, the thing is, I feel like it's not important necessarily to name a deck.
This is not a freeze mage.
I don't name a lot of my decks, actually.
No, I don't think it's a freeze mage though, because
the deck I run, it doesn't have a name. It just gets the job done.
Yeah. Although I guess you could. I mean, look, you say it. I guess if you have enough Frostbolts and Blizzards, but you usually have Cone of Cold though.
Yeah.
In a freeze mage deck, and I haven't seen Cone of Cold.
Oh, it might be coming though. It might be coming.
But whatever it is definitely a great counterpoint to the Mech Mage, because we see 2 fairly different styles of mage plays. And Frostbolt ping that as opposed to the 5/3. That is an interesting. That is a very interesting choice.
Oh, because next time he has Blizzard.
Because next time he has Blizzard, he's preparing. He is prepping those minions for their demise. And I would imagine that Lena is able to see that.
Dr. Balance, there he is.
And that is interesting.
Will we see?
Oh, and we have an Antonidas coming out. doesn't have a lot of. Oh yeah, I guess he's gonna trigger the bombs, and just kind of get to the point where it's boom again, and then ping boom. That is an interesting response. He's definitely going to be taking some damage here, but
will he?
Well, no, actually, I guess the next turn, because he froze the Dr. Boom.
Exactly.
He has one more turn to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. He could if Lena chose to do Piloted Shredder and Blast Mage, then that could work.
But, you know, of course, he has this would be the perfect time to play Antonidas with that spare part there. 9 mana. Already has, of course, he could also Fireball Boom.
Yeah, I could see a Fireball Frost Nova. I don't know. Is this an
yeah, we have a mouse on this side, not a mouse on the other side. So what we are.
That's what Whirling Blade spare part, so it'll increase the attack damage of any single minion.
All right, yeah. And it will also buff the Antonidas if he puts it. I'll give him a Fireball.
Yeah.
As will many of the other spells here. So he's kind of thinking, adding up the face damage, what is the risk of playing Antonidas versus, okay, yeah, putting Frost Nova out there does give him some more time. And what is he going to do with that time with no minions in the value range? He doesn't have any 6-value minions to put out. Is he going to Fireball?
He's going to Fireball to the mouth.
Interesting.
Well, he does have, the Pyroblast in his deck as well, so he has a decent damage.
Significant damage.
And he has the proper stall as well.
And so he might, will he even put out Antonidas next?
I'd imagine he would Antonidas and Frost Nova.
That would be a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. Dart.
Galupos, this is a benefit. They would probably, the reason why it's okay for the two players to be right next to each other, and I think this is actually very interesting, is that you can kind of, from my years in competitive gaming, I've learned that you can, when you're sitting next to your opponent and your competitor in a competitive environment, you can almost feel their aura. Like you can tell when they're becoming more intense and when
you are
the
reading
pressure is
them.
on.
You're
Yes.
reading their body energy
Yes.
and their body language.
Yeah. And you can determine like, oh, okay, this is actually good or so on and so forth. And because of the NVIDIA Shield tablets, they're unable to see each other's hands.
And so Lena just took back the boom. Am I not mistaken? So she put that back out with the battle cry of what? It was just a spell. I guess I wasn't actually looking at the history.
Oh no, I think the stream might have gone down.
There we go.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
We're here.
Thank you, Singularity.
We are right here. Time Rewinder. That's what Lena played to get the boom back and be able to put that boom back out there.
Yeah, which is
good,
pretty.
Very good use
Yes.
of Time Rewinder there.
Yes. And
and very economical for 1 mana. Be able to use a spare part like that. I would say, it's hard to say who has the advantage here. Seeing all of the cards, seeing the exact situation, Lena, I would say, is coming close to having the advantage, getting close to lethal. But so is Dart. Dart is getting very close to lethal too, and he thinks he'll have it clearly the next turn if he gets 2 fireballs. And if he can prevent lethal. Oh yes, that's what he's doing. Mathematically, he is kind of betting.
Well, there can't be lethal because he has an ice block, so he can't die this turn.
That's true. But even that, he is preventing the triggering of the ice block.
I think he just won.
You think so? Because he has 2 fire.
He has 2 fireballs and a pyro. Well, not exactly. So okay, he has to die here. Like they have to kill the Antonidas.
They have to kill the Antonidas.
Otherwise,
absolutely.
It's definitely
Otherwise,
lost.
he's definitely he has lethal.
I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that he didn't do a Frost Nova instead there. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and trade the Antonidas. He recognized that it can't.
Lena is going for that Antonidas. At least I'm thinking she's deciding face or Antonidas, and she's taking out that Antonidas. Yeah, it definitely be. Oh, interesting. She's the sees the option to freeze it,
She uses that.
and then just using her hero power to finish that off. Puts out Boom again. This is a good play right here, most definitely. And goes for the full Mech Mage cast.
I really thought they would Frost Nova there. I think it almost could have won him the game.
And this is looking very interesting now. Does Dart have lethal in this situation? Pyroblast doing 10 damage. Ooh. To the face. Boom. And ending the turn. Now that took some chutzpah. That took some.
I'm hurt. I'm still waiting on the Frost Nova.
He's gonna trigger lethal, and of course he's not gonna die. He's gonna have that what is the ice barrier.
Yeah.
And
Okay, but if we look at from Lena's perspective here, she has so many cards in the but there's nothing really to do. She can't play another minion because her board is full, so she can't. There's
no way to block
options.
the fireballs.
So at this
Can't
point,
put any taunts out.
yeah,
She doesn't unless she had an anti-heal bot or two to drop to heal herself.
right.
That would pretty much be the only and clear, of course, some of her minions from the board.
So she has no. There's literally. So I wonder if she's doing a mental thing, or maybe she's calculating. She wants to get him down to 1 health.
Yeah, and then there's ice block. Oh gosh.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that was rough. Typically, what you want to do in that situation is you want to attack with the smaller minion so that you can get him down to 1 HP before you trigger the ice block.
And then what do you do?
Yeah, she didn't do that in this time, and I don't understand.
Yeah, this and Dart definitely has lethal in this situation. And
Well, it's not lethal. He only has 8 damage.
no, it's 12. Fireballs do 6.
Oh, 6. You're right. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I thought 4. I was thinking of the card costs and not. Yeah, that's actually.
He's BMing here basically.
Yes.
Dart is BMing. Taking a little bit of sweet time. Oh, he's saying hello.
Oh, he hit her with a hard body BM. Maybe that's his way of flirting. Who knows what's going on?
I don't need it. And there's a second ice block coming out.
Oh, and the next hello.
There's the second ice
Oh my
block coming
gosh.
out.
Maybe they have a history because he is prancing on her.
And Doomsayer, that would kind of be fun. But oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, she's getting danced on here.
Okay, he knows he has to use this fireball now. There we go. And that was a fun, whatever you want to call it, freeze mage,
Yeah.
mill mage, whatever you name it, the anti-mech mage.
Yeah, that was rough. That was
Winning
rough.
that. And that was actually fun.
Yeah, she had so much board control at that point. She'd rushed him, but yeah, he just had that Antonidas. It's such a powerful card. And I play mage. I have the most games on mage, and for some reason in my mind I kept calculating it as 4 damage from each fireball.
Oh well, I mean we all do that
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's just like what?
What's fun is when you have like 2
12.
Azure Drakes out there and it's like 8 damage.
Yeah.
If you're buffing all the spells, but
He denied the handshake.
and
Oh no! All right. So we're gonna have some quick interviews with that. They're smiling, but I sense some tension.
all right, and so we are here with Lena, another mech mage game. Definitely had some kind of come around from the behind play of the against the freeze mage deck there.
Right. Bad draw at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Really bad draw. Not a single mech.
Yeah, it's kind of it's unfortunate. Like when you saw his deck and you recognized what you were up against, were you intimidated at all, or did you feel like you?
Actually, I changed my deck a little bit before I started. I had some secrets and then I took them out.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking, what's the what's his chances of seeing? He already saw my Mech Mage deck, which is why I want to change it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I guess it kind of backfired.
All right. No, it was a very fun game, and you dominated the board. That's an example of a game where you dominate the board, and still.
Yeah. No, Freeze Mage doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Right. So okay, so you know there's a losers bracket in this tournament. Will you probably run something? Oh, well, you don't answer that question. So in hindsight you regret taking out the secrets, or do you feel like they would have helped you? Or do you feel like it didn't really make a difference?
Actually, it didn't really make it, or it could. One of them could have. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to imagine which one.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, like the secrets I run as a mage like Mirror Entity would not really help against a Freeze Mage. Like
right.
My mage deck tends to get beaten by Freeze Mages just because it's it's a tough matchup.
His mage deck.
People on social be like,
Chocolate
"Hey,
Pig.
you're being so salty. You're being so salty. You lost that." Well, it's like Freeze Mage. They gotta come from behind. It's like they pretend to die and they're not dead.
Yeah.
It's like, but very fun, very entertaining game, and looking forward to seeing you in additional.
Wait, one more thing. There was a little bit of I guess if you would call it BM or little joking between the two of you guys. Was that comfortable being there right in the vicinity with him? Were you guys just joking back and forth?
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of knew he was gonna do. I mean, I knew that he already had it, right? So then he was just like, "Oh, let's just have a little fun with it." But it's fine.
Okay.
Rank 11 for a reason, right?
There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Well, good luck in your next
Thank
matches.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm hoping to hear another song, by the way.
Oh wow. Oh, thank you very much. And here we have Dart.
I miss Lethal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's those calculations.
Oh my
sometimes.
goodness.
It's hard to do.
Those mana, they can be so hard to add up.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you do that?
Thankfully, I at least had the ice block deck made, but
There you go.
Yeah,
It's like why would you have not want to use two ice blocks?
yeah, I mean, gotta use them.
It's like you draw two ice blocks and two ice barriers in that game, right? Or because you had 16, your armor was buffed 8 twice, and then 2 ice. You died twice essentially, didn't
Pretty much.
and got in both consecutively actually too. So that was a fun game to watch, a very entertaining game, and you drew perfectly.
I drew what I needed to draw. I mean, Freeze Mage, obviously a Doomsayer would have kind of sealed it with Frost Novas, but there's many ways to win with Freeze Mage, and that's why it's good, because it's not just one set of cards that you need.
Okay, so you're calling it Freeze Mage, because we were kind of having a debate.
Yeah,
like,
we weren't
are we
sure.
calling it?
What is it?
Is it like a Mill Mage? Or it's like,
That was a card. I mean, that was the
Fatigue
deck
Mage.
you ran the first time last week, right?
No, it's completely different.
Completely different?
Fatigue Mage is the one with like Death Lords,
Yes.
and that one, pretty much the idea of that one is it kind of has answers for all your opponent's minions and literally just kills everything, and then it wins by fatigue, not because you mill them, but because they literally just have no way to kill you and you just have a lot of heals. And then meanwhile, Freeze Mage is you kind of freeze until you get the answers you need and just slowly kill them or just have one big burst at the end with Alexstrasza.
I see. See, this is why it's great to have someone like Dart at the People's Hearthstone show to kind of explain some of these decks, because I definitely didn't know anything about it.
All right, I'll let you guys get back to casting. I'm sure another
Absolutely.
game's coming up.
Yeah.
indeed,
Thank
we
you
do
for
have
having
another
me.
game.
Okay. Oh man.
No handshakes that time. That was just like,
Oh yeah, that did happen. That did happen.
Oh, we've got.
Normal handshake.
Yeah,
That's the
normal
way to do it.
handshake.
There we go.
Oh man. Toy Hammered is definitely popping off.
And
Very
we
close.
have the bracket here. Are we moving on to Simplexity versus Psionic? And
All right. Yes. Simplexity versus. I don't know who Simplexity is. I don't think I've met either of them. We did see Sonic earlier, and I'm trying to remember what he also ran Mech Mage.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mech Mage is just out there diddling people. It's a hard deck to beat. If anyone
It's
would
kind
have
of
done
like
it,
Zoo Hunter. It's kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those go-to decks.
Yeah. You immediately, when you see your opening hand, that's versus a Mech Mage. If they draw the right cards, you know that you've been pranced on probably 3 turns into the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so let's see. It will be Simplexity versus Psionic. We're going to switch over here and get that for you guys. You guys can already see it. Okay, so it will be a Warlock versus a Hunter. And this is interesting because unless it's a handlock, a lot of time Hunters want to go straight to the face. And I don't think it's a Zoo Warlock. So we're going to see what exactly happens here with these cards.
Yeah, well, I mean, warlocks tend to have a lot of that draw, because of the hero power and a lot of cards that it's not uncommon to see the warlock sitting there with 8 cards, 10 cards, whatever, and
he had
so it's unusual to see the situation where the hunter is actually beating the warlock in card draw.
And I'm pretty sure he attacked the web spinner right there with the 1/3 because the hunter has the coin, and so he could actually coin out a kill command, which would be able to kill the 1/4. So I guess it was kind of necessary. Typically, I like leaving a web spinner alive as long as possible because you just don't know what you're going to give that hunter.
Yeah, that's actually true. And as a hunter, I'm always trying to kill the web spinner as quickly as possible because I've gotten some pretty amazing things from that.
It can
web
happen,
spinner.
but then the benefit of the kill command and Houndmaster and things. Sometimes I tend to leave them alive just to buff them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And like Fanatiq, I can agree with you that hunters are a pretty easy class in that they don't require nearly as much thought most of the time. It's just straight to the mouth.
Absolutely.
And,
I usually call that straight to the face.
Oh,
it's the face.
Tomato. But yeah, okay. Face, mouth, same area. The mouth is in the face, but yes, it goes to the face, and so yeah, it doesn't require nearly as much. Because when you're playing certain things, like for example, the deck Dart played last, I wouldn't have been able to know immediately what to play in those specific turns because it's actually significantly more complex than what you could expect with a hunter.
And so here we have the hunter trying to reassert board control, putting that secret out there. Do we see that secret? The secret is freezing trap.
Yeah.
All right. We still have a mouse over here. Let us see.
Let's see. Now, what is the hunter going to whip out here? I would expect. Yeah, I was going to say probably.
Piloted Shredder. It's a nice death rattle because you're getting up in mana now. So you're kind of wanting to, for board control, put stuff out there that has a death rattle that will sustain that board control into the higher mana turns, and be more resilient against those board clearing spells. Now, I would say the 3/4 death rattling the 4/3 is a good trade.
Well, it does put a random demon card into your hand. But you don't know what you're going to give him. And also, he's not even going to be to trade it. He's probably aware that it's a freezing trap.
Pardon?
Which do both of those work?
This one is not. We're talking about the mouse here. This mouse is not working on this side. Yes.
Oh, he put out the big.
That is an interesting choice to put out the big game hunter.
Yeah, I can understand you don't want to put out your Doom card because you can get rid of your Mortal Coils or anything, and there's just no point at that point. It's normally an execution card. Pint-sized Summoner. Now he will probably want to kill that right away.
And the pint-sized Summoner is the first many you play. Each turn costs 1 less.
Yes, it's like a Mech Warper, but it works on any card, but it's only once per turn. Which I'm imagining they would probably turn the Mech Warper into right now because it's clearly overpowered. But it would almost
especially if you draw
hard.
2 Mech Warpers.
Yeah, it's just unfair.
Then the Mech Mage does get out very, very quickly.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to trade here.
Buffing the Void Caller with the Abusive Sergeant. It's an interesting choice. Now, would you say it's good to pop the Savannah? Pop it into the 2/2 Hyenas? Take some of that attack off. I mean, it's kind of, and then maybe even I would pop this if I was playing the Simplexity. I would pop that Savannah, and then I would actually, testing for, he's testing for freezing trap.
Yeah.
I'd still pop the Savannah. Get those 2/2s out there, and
I need to understand.
Just put that back out there. There you go.
How was he able to put that back out?
He had not used his mana at that point. It's just his normal mana.
But it became a 7-mana card. Am I missing something?
Void is an interesting.
The Void.
The Void, because it's. I wish we had the mouse on that side.
yeah. Okay. I didn't understand that right there. It was a little confused for a second.
And then using was that Argus thing? No, he played the
Void Caller, yes. Excuse me.
Use the Houndmaster to buff the Hyena. That tends to be what you do when you're hunting with a lot of beasts. Trying to put out the beast buffing cards. And still has not popped that 1/1, or actually, I guess he just put that out. It's his second spider. And this is not looking like a good situation for Simplexity. He's getting some card draw to address the situation.
Nah, this is perfect. He can actually. Whoa, does the hunter have another freezing trap?
And Hellfire, perfect play right now. It's a little bit of top decking. And then, yeah, I would take out that taunt and clear the board.
I don't.
He's trying to decide, is it worth...
Well, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Freezing trap. So, I mean, it happens. And now, and he also gave the hunter's weapon an extra.
And an extra endurance.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Knife Juggler is not a bad thing to put out if you're going to put out some other minions.
This is looking really rough.
Yeah, and then Haunted Creeper, of course, that's going to pop with that Knife Juggler. Doing some damage. Yeah, this is getting pretty tough for Simplexity. He is just kind of getting face hunted.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
He's within lethal next turn.
Unless there's a board clear or...
Even
and
with
a weapon clear.
Even with the board clear.
Even with the board clear, yeah, he needs to...
that's actually...
That could be the game.
Durability, endurance, it's all semantics. Yeah, he... Well...
From the void I come.
And...
that's actually game. There's nothing... He doesn't know it, but yeah, the kill command plus the hero power.
Yeah, there's no way. Oh, we have the mouse back on this side. And all right, and there's Simplexity.
Yeah, it happens.
Turned it into a nice looking crater.
Yeah, I normally feel pretty good as a hunter against a warlock. It's just one
Yeah,
of
it's
those
not
matchups.
the easiest matchup. You really have to have a lot of those. Really, what you need is a warlock that I didn't see in that warlock deck. Is you need tremendous card draw. Because that tends to, and you need cards that help you deal with the different situations you're going to run into in the deck or on the board.
Here's an interesting thing. So, of all the classes, the only class that I've never played a single match of post, they make you rank every class to 10. I never have touched a warlock.
Interesting.
So, even when I get cards back for Warlock, I immediately disenchant them. I know that's a class that I'll never ever play. So
interesting.
I don't have a single Warlock card, and I only play against them. So I don't even know the overall strategy. I know what I'm doing against them, but I really don't know their cards very intricately. It's just not a class that I play.
Yeah, I will say I have not played a lot of Warlock myself.
Yeah.
And so,
What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
Hey.
So you were Simplexity?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were the hunter?
No,
you're the warlock.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So what did you take away from that match? What would you say the most? The thing you took away the most?
His traps were the biggest reason why I lost. I needed to proc the trap, the first one with that Mistress of Pain. I couldn't get it off, so you saw me doing some things with like Doomguard and things like that. That crippled my hand, right? Because I'm discarding 2 cards every time I do that. So yeah, so it made it awkward that he had the bow. I made an attack to try to set up a freezing to get on the Mistress. Unfortunately, he had the bow, was able to kill the Mistress and the Voidwalker, and then I just couldn't handle the freezing. The biggest thing with that deck is like when your Voidcaller gets sapped or freezing trapped or frozen or anything like that.
It kind of screws up the rhythm of the rest of the deck.
Yeah, because it just relies so much on the tempo to ramp out your demons. Yeah.
Okay, so do you really feel like there's anything in hindsight that you could have done differently?
Honestly, I felt I played all right. Just got hunted. The other unfortunate thing was the pint-sized summoner. Him get out that Jaime, which is ridiculous. I was able to sort of handle it, with the Void Caller, getting out the Doom Guard and then freezing and all that. But
again, sometimes it's just all in the cards.
yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes
Very
you-
unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looking forward to seeing you more.
Okay.
And,
Absolutely.
And some additional brackets.
Okay.
But this is double elimination.
It is double elimination.
So,
Yeah, and there's no lock. In other words, you don't have to play the same class. You can whip out an entirely different class. the next
Okay.
time.
All right.
Absolutely. All righty, man.
awesome.
Thanks, guys.
I think you beat me that time. I think that was pretty awkward, Mr. Fanatiq. And so we have Psionic
Yes.
and
Yeah, I forgot we had.
Oh, yeah,
excuse me, I'm
right.
sorry.
oh yeah,
got caught
you're
up
just
in the
turning your
handshake.
back, turning your back on the interview. It's like,
Well,
what?
I
Is
mean, he's the
somebody
winner.
here?
You know, he
Is
doesn't
there
need
somebody
very
here?
much.
We don't
He already feels validated by the win.
All right. He doesn't need your validation.
So, it's Hunter. I mean, you know, you kind
yeah.
of whipped out, you danced on him. What else could you
Yeah,
do?
standard beast. You know, beast hunter.
Yeah, were you excited though when you saw that pint-sized summoner?
Yeah, it was really good. I was gonna coin out Jaime anyways, but it was great to have that pint size.
Yeah.
And I was able to save a mana next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty dominant. What would you say the matchup is for your Hunter deck versus Warlock? Would you say it's probably pretty favorable?
I'm not quite sure about that Demon Lock. I think I'm not quite sure about the matchup there, but I think he had a really good start. I had a good start too, but I top decked the bow when I needed to, and I think I was able to chain freezing and then keep going with the bow. I think that was pretty huge. Yeah, and then he had a really good play with bouncing back the Doom Guard and then killing. That was really cool.
Yeah,
That was
it worked
smart.
out.
Yeah,
But he got rid of cards in his hand, so it's double edge.
yeah.
Either way, very, very good match. I think you're onto the semis now already because you got a
Yeah.
bye on your first round, didn't you?
I played. I love Shin. I played against him.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, good luck in that match. You saw what deck he ran the last time. Are you planning around that deck?
I
Or?
think I'm playing Dart next. It's gonna be scary. but-
Yeah.
Well,
who knows what happens there,
You
right?
gotta say that with force. You're gonna be saying, I'm playing dart.
I'm playing dart.
I'm playing
It's
darts.
just a passive. It's another match.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, right.
Confidence is key. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck in your next
Cool.
match,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
All
Appreciate it.
And Bill Cosby's swine. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I mispronounced that. He in HO5 Tay stands because he is immortal. It's kind of and there we go. Always a very active chat. Lots of things being said. That's always good to see.
Yes.
Good to see the people there who can type on the internet. It's a good skill.
Yes, it is. Keyboards.
Sometimes you apply for jobs, you're like, oh, you need typing proficiency.
Yeah, and then keyboards give the illusion of power sometimes.
They do. And here we have Simplicity versus Rochester.
And we're on to the very first losers bracket.
Hey, Mellow Marsh 1 is like, hey, say my name. It's like, say my name, say my name.
Yes.
Say my name, say mine.
That's that Beyonce.
Mellow Marsh 1 in the chat here. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're going into Hearthstone.
With that young vibrato.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Reality Gaming HD. Tay say Andrews. Right. Andrews. It's echoing Andrews.
That happened.
We're here. I don't even know what just happened.
I just let you rock, bro.
We don't even know what's happening. We're going into a match.
Okay.
Apparently, we are going into a match. Oh, thank you, Reality Gaming HD.
It
I
happened.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. And Carrot the Wise. Now, this may be the first time I have met a wise carrot with a name like Carrot the Wise.
Well, most vegetables are, are pretty dull.
Yeah, because most of my carrots are named like Carrot the Digested.
Oh.
Carrot the edible. Carrot the cold.
Carrot the cooked.
Yes, carrot the carrot
Raw
the soft.
vegetables are disgusting. I'm saying.
they
I
are.
said it. I said it. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Seriously.
If I'm
you're
at a
lucky
party,
there isn't a vegetable in this room
right
now.
I wouldn't sit
seriously,
around them.
There's going to be like an artichoke hiding behind the couch.
I looked around before I said it.
It's like, seriously.
Some kind of jokes, you look around and make sure it's clear.
You look around and make sure it's PC
PC
to be dissing the raw vegetables. Because seriously, although I will have to say is a carrot's a vegetable.
Yes.
It's kind of like, I mean, of course it is, but it's like, okay, I'm like, we're going to not talk about the difference between fruits and vegetables. We're going to talk about Life Tap being played by Rochester on the second mana turn, using the hero power to draw a card, going down to 28 health. That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, then the shaman having his flame tongue totem, which he's probably going to play Manatite totem.
All right.
First. Okay. All right.
And putting out the Manatite at the new turn, draw cards. So both getting some card draw, Simplexity getting it a little bit on better terms than Rochester with the hero power. But Dark Bombing that immediately.
Right.
Saying, denied, I will not let you be card drawing like that in these early mana turns. Probably a good choice.
Yeah.
Putting out another totem. What totem is this? This is just a Searing Totem, a 1/1. Basically the equivalent of the Paladin's Silver Knight.
Right, and because there's no death rattle, and there's no reason to play the little exorcist necessarily.
Yeah. It's funny how like it says it's like on fire. It's like you'd think it would do something more. Like it has such a pretty picture. Oh, and Mortal Coil just Rochester taking control with Warlock
that
here.
happens. It's unfortunate, because of all, that's the only Paladin totem that has 1 health. And so it allowed him to Mortal Coil it, and then that allowed him to draw the Mountain Giant, and so then now he gets to play that.
And Rochester's getting some very good draw here. Putting out a Void card looks like put a random death, a demon from your hand into the battlefield when that
is
dies.
Is Mal'Ganis the only demon? Is Ragnaros isn't considered it? Yeah, that's gonna guarantee.
This is actually a good draw, and we have lost the mouse again.
It's okay
on this side.
So yes, he has a Ragnaros, a Mal'Ganis. Is that Lotheb? I can't see what the card is on the very left. The 6 mana card.
It is. I can't quite see what that is either. And out comes Mal'Ganis. Now,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that especially at the this is the 5 mana turn.
Yeah. And then he'll be able to play the Mountain Giant next. Oh, let's see. Or a little Exorcist. This is. Oh, it's Siphon. Thank you, guys. I can't see it. I didn't see it earlier. And I don't know Warlock cards. Those are the ones I do not know.
Yeah, I have not played a lot of Warlock. I know Mage the best and Hunter and some of the other ones. Warlock, it's like, now this can be taken out. It's 7 health does not render it invincible.
I'm an idiot. I said Paladin. Whatever. You get the point.
And good time for Hellfire there. Very good play because apparently
there's the board, and now he gets to give.
Mal'Ganis is not going to be taken out.
Yeah.
Did 2 damage to minion.
This is rough. He is getting danced on.
Very interesting play there. This is a very dominant Warlock. And putting out more Feral Spirits to try and protect the face. That is it. That's actually a pretty lucky draw in this situation. And putting out the totem.
Wow.
And then, Earthshock silencing.
That card is really good.
Yep. And that's
I've always hated
very
it.
economical too at 1 mana.
Someone does that to my web spinner and then I'm hurt. I die a little.
Yeah, because you're not going to get. You were looking forward to the drop from the web spinner, and you're not going to be able to get that.
Yep. It feels very disrespectful to just dance on my card like that.
Yeah. In fact, he looks unhappy. He looks like he's. I mean, to wrap someone like that in pink, too. Like, seriously, does the Mal'Ganis look like he would want to be wrapped in pink ribbon?
No.
Pink sparkly ribbon?
No.
Of all types of things?
He can't be bound.
He can't, he can't be. He's probably like a pink sparkly ribbon. Why am I being wrapped in pink sparkly ribbon? And that's exactly what he sounds like.
That's spot on. Spot on. I respect it.
Yeah, and
very good. And okay, so let's see. My Gauntlet is really short. He has 2 lightning storms. Let's see.
And
looking at his cards.
There we go. And Rochester has the 8/8 Mountain Giant. And you know, Simplexity is kind of holding on here. Uh-oh, here comes Ragnarok's. Yeah,
it's looking
this
pretty
is not
rough.
looking good for Simplexity. He was just holding on and definitely not.
Well,
holding
no,
on.
no.
Can he put out the Defender of Argus and get some? He can't.
No, he didn't have enough mana for that. But he can actually eliminate the
make a
threats
totem.
with Crackle and Lightning Storm.
And he can make another totem and then taunt both with Defender of Argus.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only play here to save face and prevent lethal.
Well, he can Crackle and Lightning Storm.
Can he with Lightning Storm? No, he'd have to get pretty lucky.
Well, it's 50-50, and then Crackle is I think 3-6, and then but now no, he got it.
Yeah, he's clearly I think moving in the direction putting out Defender of Argus and taunting.
I guess maybe he's afraid of the overload.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's a Lightning Storm and
interesting move, and then
that's what I
Crackle
was.
do a 4-7. All right.
He just took a while to do it.
And there he is.
Yeah.
He is back in board control for the moment. And let's see.
Now that was a really huge swing. Because the Warlock he lost a lot of momentum there, and then you have Dr. Balance being able to be played next turn. He can't play any spells, but then he also has this match is far from over. Let's see. Probably Azure Drake and Defender of Argus.
Yeah, well, he can't do both.
Because of the overload. I forgot.
He might do Temple Call, and then Defender of Argus can have 3 taunts out there.
My shield.
Oh wait! Oh wow, that's interesting. He's going for 2. Why did he put that there?
Well, because you don't
to buff.
Yeah, you don't want to. If you taunt the 0/3, then they can kill it, and then at that point, then the other things lose their value.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And out with a Void Caller on the Simplexity, or pardon me, on Rochester's side.
All right. Well, I don't know. I still feel like the Warlock is at advantage. Is it Dark Bomb?
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting board situation now.
Yeah. I wish I could mouse. See, if I could mouse over those Warlock's cards, because I can't. I don't even. That's literally the class I absolutely know nothing about.
Well, I think it's a. All right, we have a Dark Bomb taking out that taunt, and still can go face with the Argus. Would you with the 2/3?
I can ease your pain.
Mistress of Pain coming out there, and going for the face of the Argus. And coming out with a Bloodlust Complexity, or drawing a Bloodlust, and still has the 4/3 Defender of Argus. It's not sleeping.
What is? Oh, we can't see. Oh, we need that. I don't know what Felguard does exactly.
Putting out another totem, doing a Lightning Storm. That was not the luckiest death rattle.
Okay.
And yeah, it's an interesting back and forth here. And going for the face of Rochester.
He could Hellfire.
Oh, pardon me. He didn't. I sorry. That was the hero power. Little bit dazed and confused. We're having a little bit of a tech issue on one of the screens. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
All right. So he can play the Mountain Giant, and he can actually attack the 0-3, the Flamestorm Totem, and then that would get rid of 2 of the attack damage from 2 of those minions, which he's going to do. And that leaves.
There we go. Now it's Simplexity's turn.
He has to have.
I would play the Flyer Elemental. Oh, the different turn. You could go boom. Now, Hex, that is an interesting thing because it prevents him from playing the Fire Elemental or boom.
Well, yeah, it was just better to Hex the Mountain Giant and get rid of it.
And I think that is the right play.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this goes. What would Rochester be putting out at this point?
So many possibilities.
I think we're in 1080p. I think we can kind of read some of the cards. But
trying to look at see what the Warlock's options are. Because at this point now with the Bloodlust,
there we go. He's putting out a Siphon Soul. Destroy our menu, restore 3 health to your hero.
What's the card directly to the left of Little Exorcist?
We have Demon Fire, Little Exorcist, Shadow Flame.
No, to the left.
Or to the left. I can't actually see that.
Yeah,
we're having a technical issue viewing Rochester's side.
Yeah.
So if we're only casting half the cards, we're actually only seeing half of them. And putting out in Ruby and Egg, it's always a good protection against the board clear. Nice death rattle.
I think this is actually game because with Bloodlust, that's it.
Yeah, there's not deal 1 damage to all characters. Okay, so he's popping the Boom Bop bombs. And what else can he do with remaining 4 mana?
Oh, he can Shadow Flame. Yeah, if he Shadow Flames, it'll get rid of everything because he'll destroy the 6/3 and get rid of all of them.
That is actually a very good play. Oh wait, and
pretty sure
he's not Shadow Flaming.
I'm very confused.
This looks like it's lethal.
Yeah, no,
we're gonna get a crater. I don't know why he didn't Shadow Flame.
I'm really confused at that.
I am quite confused. I'm not actually sure what was going on there because he had Shadow Flame.
Maybe Jeff, can you help me out? That was a Shadow Flame play, right?
I mean, Shadow Flame would have cleared the board there, correct?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I want to think that I'm wrong because I just can't imagine why you wouldn't do that in that situation.
Yeah, that was. We'll have to ask. That was very interesting.
It was strange. That was strange. Doctor Strange, even. What? I just wanted to throw that out there. That's what came to my mind. Anyway.
We are back in the bracket. Are we?
No, we're not. Not yet.
So we keep losing this mouse.
Yeah. What's happened? If we could get the Warlock on the other side, I hate those cards. I don't know.
I'm not sure exactly where. But it is actually quite helpful to have both mice working. All right. How can we say he has no clue with it?
That happened.
And we would have left it 4-4 new agreement and still have Risky versus Shaman.
Okay.
And here we have Rochester.
Yes.
Yes. So how come you didn't do the Shadow Flame at the end there in the very final play?
I didn't have any demons. Oh wait. Are you talking about the
You had the 6/3 on the board,
Infernal?
and you had the Were you the warlock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I probably just didn't see it misplay.
Okay, that happens.
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, because
because you had a 6/3 on the board, and if you played the Shadow Flame, it would have done the 6 damage
to kill
everything on the board.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that happens.
It happens. Yeah. It happens. I do. In fact, I think half of my plays are actually misplays like that. When I play, and people on Twitch are like, Tay, you didn't see it. Oh my gosh, I totally didn't see that.
I actually got Mal'Ganis on the board earlier than I wanted. I had a feeling he had an answer for it already.
But
and he did, but
yeah, I mean, I thought, it was there was a lot of back and forth in that game.
Yeah, I think what it was basically is like I just got a lot of big guys out fast and first, and I think that kind of had him like, playing defensively.
Absolutely,
but,
a lot of times. But that was a very smart move you put out the Argus, part of the, you got some taunts out there. So it was kind of like,
on both head, yeah.
Yeah. And, so yeah, very fun match.
Yeah, it was fun playing. I mean, I was like, I saw Shaman, and I was like, okay, this will be a little bit more difficult. But I think what really killed me was when he was just like wiping out my board. When he took out my Rag and my Mountain Giant, I just knew. I was like, well, there we go.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. It's unfortunate. You enjoyed it though? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, it's great.
It's just kind of intense. I mean, you're in a tournament and then you're playing against someone, and I guess sometimes it's easy to overlook things because you just start looking and thinking about.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see it because he was actually bringing that up as we walked out. But I mean, non-competitive environment. It was really fun,
I mean, and this is all fun.
Yes.
I mean, I think that is the point of the People's Hearthstone show is to kind of come together, have some fun playing Hearthstone, and do it in a very casual way, in a way that that I think has a lot of mass appeal. And I mean, one of the ways to facilitate that is with the NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Yes, which you were able to use there.
Which I mean, it's great to have the game on a tablet, play it in your bed. You can actually stream it to your TV, and I think that is a swag that we're competing for.
Yes.
So the winners of this tournament in the long term will actually get the NVIDIA Shield tablet, the controller, and also
we get a controller too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have one of those as well. Either way, good match. They do have archives you can kind of watch over sometimes and analyze.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
I know. I think I was just like so concerned with. I'm like, oh man, I wanted to last, but misplay happens.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, guys. Well,
it was
fun
seeing you on the show, man. This is the last qualifier round.
I know, it's cool. I'll probably stop by just to watch or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. I'll see you guys later.
All right, man.
Have a good one.
It sucks. That's unfortunate. Cause at first I thought maybe there was another thing, but you just really missed it.
I have to leave you by yourself for a second.
Okay, no problem. I guess I'm rocking the dolo for a minute. That was rough. It sucks. It happens. See, the thing is, because I don't play Warlock, I really can't say confidently what the cards do. I have a general idea because it happens to me, and I'm like, oh, but I didn't understand. Like as soon as I saw him pass up that Shadow Flame, I'm sitting there, I'm like, did this dude just did this? And then I realized, like, no, it actually happened. So, I mean, I guess that's tournament environments in general. Like, when you enter a tournament, you already know. Like, you're not going to win every single time. You can look at it and say, like, sometimes, I know I'm going to get got, But sometimes you have a mentality, like, I'm going to get mine more than I get got, though. And that that's kind of, that's the mentality behind competitive gaming, is that you just have that mentality. Why do I hate eye contact? I don't hate eye contact. What are you talking about? You psycho. Looking at the camera is awkward though. It's weird.
I was like, we love eye contact.
Yeah, I'm always looking at people.
We're doing all the eye contact here.
In fact, most of the time I'm staring at people directly in the eye because I like to see, look at me.
And it's like,
being weird.
A real name of Fanatiq. Are you a rogue in real life?
I don't know what that means.
What is a rogue? The rogue like has a cape
stare into the camera lens and just talk to y'all? Just do that?
No,
Did
I mean,
this dude just do this?
the rogue is kind of like Little Red Riding Hood, only like with self-defense, like took self-defense courses.
Oh,
because it's like just like the knife and like there's like the red cape and right.
Listen to me right now.
Apparently,
I don't even know where we are. I have no idea where this conversation
Fanatiq's
is
not
going.
calling. Okay,
I am so sorry.
I was
I'm
by
gonna try to
myself.
get
I was
back in
apparently
here.
talking to myself.
No, you were. Man, I apologize. I missed it. That's my
Okay,
fault.
we do have the mouse.
Okay.
Here. Do we want to run? Do we want to run this under the table?
Oh, it's bothering him. Okay.
Commercial.
All right.
Oh, okay. Are we going to a 15-second commercial? We're doing
That's
this?
gonna happen. All right, so you guys, we will be back in a short few seconds. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, get something to drink, so you guys can do the same. But don't forget to come right on back.
It's only 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's 15
15
seconds. So
seconds.
you quickly grab your water, and we'll be right back.
All right. We'll race.
We're out.
Okay.
So your mouse works now.
Yes.
All right.
It is working on the
I
screen.
always get frozen shoulder whenever I'm
Count
here.
us in, Neo.
Sometimes it's pretty cool when it goes up at the right time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, but no, don't
All
tell
right,
him
and
that.
we
Don't
were
tell him that.
back.
Don't tell him that. Hey guys, so we're back on the Hearthstone show, and and I just wanted to make sure no one heard what we were talking about. So yeah,
What World War Geek is going to swear every word of the dictionary to the right. Yeah, and then I cleaned it up right as it came back
yes
on.
we
You never
did.
know.
Yes we did.
You don't know what we do in those 15 seconds.
You just don't
I
know.
mean, it's like 24. Like every second, it's like can be its own show.
Yeah,
And there we go.
I didn't know that my life could change so
Bob De
drastically in
Niro,
such a short amount of time.
I hear. Okay, that's an interesting story, Bob De Niro.
Mysterian, listen, life can provide that for you. Why do you need anything else?
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
Freddy's 99. They are as I. Hey, Freddy's 99. I like to do Freddy's 99. That's like seriously. I can hook you up with the best Freddy's 99 on the planet.
And boy, is it powerful.
It is from the best, the best Freddy's 99. It's fresh too. It is fresh. Freddy's 99. And man, you're on that. In fact, that's what that 15-second break was. I got my Freddy's 99.
And we're into the next match.
We are into the next match. All right. Going within, we have the Azure Drake coming here on Lyena's side. Kind of doing the Mech Mage thing again. And this is a Mech Mage versus I Love You Shin. Laying the Hunter, putting out the 2-1 web spinner.
So we have a face hunter versus the mech mage.
All right.
And both of it's just really who's gonna diddle who first. You know what I mean?
There we go. There we go.
And that's kind of what it boils down to.
I mean, that sounded like something I hear at my doctor's.
maybe I should. No, I don't.
No.
So the mad scientist.
And all right. Oh, and putting out the now the I Love You Shin is getting more bored. More things on the board than the Mech Mage.
Yeah, and most of the time, hunters they really focus on going to the mouth more so than trying to clear.
Absolutely.
The board, because
absolutely. And so, what is Lina going to put out here? We have to format a turn. I might, if I had, it would be great to have 2/2 drops. I would frostbolt one thing. Oh, she's giving that piece. Yeah, I would have frostbolted perhaps the 2/2 run of the 2 because she could have board cleared. Here. She can put out the Snow Chugger. And would you run the 3/4? Would you take one of these out?
I wouldn't want to hit the secret because it's likely going to be a freezing trap, and you want to be able to attack with that Snow Chugger.
Interesting.
Because it's likely that the hunter can have a weapon, which he actually does here.
Yeah,
so
and so you don't want to trigger the secret with the Mad Scientist. It's interesting that Lena went face there. As a Mech Mage.
Well, Mech Mage just kind of go to the mouth also.
Although, would they do that over board control? That's the thing. What is more important at this stage for the Mech Mage? Going for the board control or going for the face?
Right. Now, as the hunter... Lost Tall Strider. I don't...
And putting out
it's
a
very
lost All-Star putting out a beast. Maybe the camel's been to the beach, but definitely putting out a beast right there. And
yeah, see that free that's 99 got you tripping a little bit, huh?
yeah, apparently that first 99 it affects your vocabulary.
I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, so we're gonna get this crossbow, and it's gonna get rid of the
ooh, that is interesting. And
it's a snake trap.
It must be a snake trap.
You can use that mouse.
We can actually see. There it is. It's a snake trap. There are those 1/1 snakes. It's like, let out the snakes. It's like, let out the snakes. It's like, here come the snakes. It's not snakes on a plane, plane.
Oh, stop it.
It's snakes on a flat plane, a geometric plane, playing that geometry there. And there we go. Moving forward.
Wow, straight to the mouth. This hunter, he's just all about that.
Yeah, this hunter is all about their face, about their face, about their face, all about their face. And we'll see, is there going to be a recovery for Lena? Hasn't really been able to put taunts out to protect the face.
Yeah.
The Drakes would, of course, boost spells, but trying to catch up in that face race.
So at this point, there's not very many turns left. In fact,
now wouldn't you want to put a beast out before kill commanding? Let the dogs out. In fact, that's lethal, is it not? He'd let the dogs out, and then
he didn't have a kill command. That's an explosive trap.
Oh my goodness gracious!
But it's guaranteed 2 damage. And so he's now down to 6 health. That explosive trap will do an additional 2 health. So if the mage doesn't have an answer, it looks like that's game.
That could be game.
Unless the mage didn't have a taunt of any kind. That's actually it for Elena.
And there's the explosive trap. Definitely looks. Well,
that's it.
Yeah, letting the dogs out, and with the hero power, should be enough. This should be lethal. This should be, and we have I Love You, Shin winning against Lena.
That happened. You hate to see that kind of thing happen, but it's just, they drew too much. And it just, sometimes it's just the cards themselves,
Absolutely.
And that seems to be the theory of this night. It's funny. This is the final week to to qualify. And in the very first 2 weeks or so, I'd say we saw very interesting and very complicated and weird decks here.
Absolutely.
And this time it's been pretty much straight to the point. Mouth Mage, Mouth Hunter, that mouthing mech mage. It just seems almost malicious the way it.
Oh yeah, it really did. It really does. It goes for the
opponent.
mouth, goes for that face, goes for that. It's definitely one of the more challenging decks to play or to play against.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a quick break is what I'm gonna do here.
All right, and do we have the victors? Do we have the?
Oh, actually, I'll interview really quick, and then I'm gonna take a quick break and let Dart go ahead and commentate on the next match.
All right, and here's Lena.
Hi.
And you were the mech mage?
Yes. Again.
And how are you feeling?
Okay.
Yeah, the hunter, he just.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of became what I'd call like a face race,
Right.
to do damage to the face, and if you'd had one more turn,
Yeah, I know.
then you probably could have had lethal.
Yeah.
It was just really hard hitting. The hunter, he's just kind of hurling all these cards out there, and it hurts. It just so it's not very much you can do about it. It's Hearthstone.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, it's been fantastic.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Yes,
though?
I did.
You did.
It was good.
Did you find it easy to play on the NVIDIA Shield tablet, or did it create any complications? Would you say?
No, it was good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's
There you
very
go.
good. Thank you
Easy
for
to
coming
handle.
by. We really appreciate it.
Oh.
Good job in the tournament.
All right, thanks.
All right. Great job.
Thank you.
And here we have.
Wow.
What was your name?
Will.
Will. All right.
AKA I Love You, Shane.
Oh, I love you, Shane. That's right. And you were the hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Going for the face game.
Yeah.
Digging into that face.
Yeah, I just saw the mech mages here and decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go face hunter, and
There you go.
I don't need that many cards to actually start it off. I can just sit back, hero power.
And he fell really well in the mana curve there.
Actually, that was pretty good there. And I actually got a King Crush too off of Spiders.
Oh, there you go.
Good, like,
there you go. So you had that in the wings.
Yeah, I was just when I saw Bloom though, I was kind of like, okay, I gotta end this now. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's truly crazy. Like, cause your first match was against a mech mage, and you said like, well, sometimes it's just better just to toss that coin. And here you play the hunter and you murder that mech mage.
You know what?
maliciously.
I actually was gonna go mech mage, but my friend Jeff told me, you know what, you should just try out face hunter and then see how it goes, and it actually worked out. So
Awesome.
Good,
And how long,
Jeff.
have you been playing Hearthstone?
I've been playing for about like 6 months.
Oh, there you
Not
go.
that long.
All right.
Yeah, you murdered the mech mage. You made it work.
All right. Well, congratulations, and
Thank you.
looking forward to seeing you in more games.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
And there we go. Pylon City. I tip my hat to you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
I appreciate good comments like that. Pylon City. Yeah, it's a good name. Yes, I am going to take a quick break, and I'm going to let Dart replace me for one match, and I'm going to go ahead and get me something to drink, maybe some McDonald's. Who knows? I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
All right,
And,
so it's my turn now.
It is Dart's turn. And Farron, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the kind words. Nothing but love in that chat, as always. And I do appreciate all of you watching. And, I think that's what we're doing here. We're having fun here. People's Hearthstone show. And we are back in the bracket. Apparently, we are moving to the round 2 of the losers bracket. So that's going to be Simplexity versus I Love You, Shin. And we're moving here. We are moving towards that match.
All right. If you had to take a guess, who do you think is favored in this matchup?
Ooh, they both had very good games thus far. This will be interesting. Do we see them yet? Do we see them on the screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We have a little bit of time. So, do you recall what decks each player has played so far?
Oh, God. Well, I Love You, Shin was just a face hunter. And then, Simplexity. What was Simplexity? Has he been doing
I think he
Mech Mage?
played a Demon Lock in his first game.
That's right. And
Then he played a Shaman against Rochester.
You see, you're keeping track of these things. And Fred is 99. How are you doing? And he said, Mickey 10293 saying, tall dude, 12 mana cost. Lunar Lily, how are you doing?
Started.
And we are getting into this, and
Simplexity decides to go with the Shaman once again.
And interesting. The Zombie Chow, nice 1-drop. Try to get rid of it when it doesn't have a lot of consequence. And
especially against a warrior who doesn't have Fire Roar Axe, there's really no quick answer for it, so it can start picking away at its opponent's health.
Absolutely.
Armor made to fit.
And the warrior putting out that Armor Smith, trying to.
Flame Tongue is the absolute perfect top deck there. It'll allow him to clear the Armor Smith without any repercussions here with the Zombie Chow.
Absolutely. And we'll see. Crisis DN, if you were a card, what would you be? I'd be Chocolate Pain. We've had that. What should the Chocolate Pain card do? I don't know, but Simplexity just put out a Wrath of Air totem. Spell damage +1. And running the Zombie Chow into the Armor Smith, trying to get it down to 2.
That was actually kind of a funny question. What card in Hearthstone would you be? I actually had that By the way, all of you, even though this is a small local tournament, I am actually in a big one right now, Hearthstats. Sorry, I had to throw it out there real quick.
Uh-oh.
And they did interviews before this tournament, and that was one of the major questions they asked all the players is what Hearthstone car would you be?
All right.
If y'all are interested in finding out which one I chose, kind of have to tune in tomorrow.
Oh, the drop. All right. No, you should tune into that. Dart is very talented. And it looks like Simplexity is getting some board control out here.
Now,
Definitely.
one thing that doesn't seem like a major factor in the game, but I love Simplexity's placement of all of his minions.
Absolutely.
With the Nerubian leg on one side and the Haunted Creeper on the other. That'll allow it so when he does place a Flame Tongue in the middle, it can actually go to both ends of the board and get effect out of the entire board.
Because what does it does the Flame Tongue?
So if it runs into the Nerubian egg, the Nerubian egg dies. It spawns the Nerubu Weblord right where it's at.
There you go.
Which can't attack. So now all of a sudden you can't get anything to the left of that.
Yeah. So this is a very deliberate placement on Simplexity's part.
Absolutely, or I hope so at least, because if so, then he did it correctly.
And buffing those with Argus. Definitely going in Simplexity's favor right now. Now, does I Love You Shouldn't have Brawl? Do you have anything that, because this would be we're kind of getting to the point where
I feel like this
at
board
board
looks
clear.
a lot more deadly than it actually is. It only has what 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. That's actually still quite a bit.
So it's not really an intimidating board at this point. Well within the range that can be cleared.
Excuse me.
And definitely I Love You Shin has enough individual spells to clear a board like this. I think one of my frustrations is playing Warrior is oftentimes when it's kind of spells versus minions, weapons versus minions, you only can use your weapon once per turn. So when you're against a bunch of minions, they can wear you down like this, and you can't quickly fight. You have the cards, but you can't get rid of the minions fast enough.
We've got kind of an uh-oh situation right here. Simplicity actually just drew Bloodlust into his hand, and with a full board like that, that's going to do a lot of damage. What do we got so far?
Give your minions +3
He's
attack
got
this turn.
6, 7, 8 on board, plus 15.
Yeah.
So this would be a 23 damage burst if he decides to use it right now.
If he decides to go all phase.
Plus the Flame Tongue would make it
hard
27.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Do they? No, but the Flame Tongue, they aren't charge it. Or wait, no, wait. No, actually,
Flame
what?
Tongue.
You're right. Flame
Not
Tongue.
Feral Spirits.
Adjacent minions have +2. There we go.
So the question is, does he
combo.
want to set up that high damage burst right now and just take advantage? It looks like he actually wants to and just try to burst him down as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And then either be able to finish him
Well
off.
played. We see it. We saw well played go by. Ooh, yeah. Getting I Love You Shin down to 2 health there.
And once again, this is perfect placement because he can't even kill off the Zoltan Sylvanas here.
Absolutely.
So, does I Love You Shin have any options at the moment?
If he had Brawl, it would not be a terrible time to play Brawl.
Well, Shield Mating's definitely coming down in addition to the Shield Slam. I'm guessing Shield Slam will go on the Azure Drake. He'll hit face into the 0-3 and then kill off the 2-3 with his Sylvanas. That will leave only 2 damage on board with 7 health. So yeah, he will actually be able to survive. Especially with the anti-Keel bot.
Yeah.
7. That's game. The top deck of Lightning Bolt to end it.
Yeah, that is top decking. And Rockbiter weapon. And there we go. I Love You Shin. Kind of had a little bit of a comeback there, but it just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, I thought he might have actually had it.
To regain control there.
It's actually a relatively quick game for the Shaman versus Warrior matchup.
Actually, it is, yeah, because those can go on a while. And,
so everyone's saying nerf Bloodlust. What do you think about that card?
Ooh. Well, it was definitely useful in that situation. I have died by Bloodlust a number of times. So, I mean, it's one of the reasons I try to prioritize board clear when I can. just because you can't you can never really trust the values that you see. I'm always worried about stuff being buffed with bloodlust. Priests do a lot of buffing. And Koroko Akechi, how are you doing tonight? Saying bloodlust is fine.
So,
it looks like Vladis Detch, how are you doing? All right, are we doing the interviews?
Looks like, come on in.
What's going on?
So here we have Simplexity.
Yep.
It's a good win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Garth, you are actually up, so you got.
Oh, I actually have to play next game, so I gotta go get prepared for that. I'll let Tay take over the rest of the interview.
Yes.
All right. And so you had some very lucky draws there. You got the bloodlust there.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like a game where it's like you had some board, some board control, but not with really high value minions.
Sure.
Then boom, you got bloodlust. You put that totem out there, and all of a sudden you're within 2 of lethal.
Yeah, Shaman in general does very, very well versus Warrior. It's like one of Warrior's hardest matchups, just because the totems pile up, and especially like the taunt totem. There's really no way for a Warrior to kill that, except for like investing in a weapon charge.
Yeah. Or I was thinking that Warriors have brawl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was I kept thinking as the board filled up there, it's like is there brawl? Can we play brawl? And just wasn't in the cards.
I made a pretty bad mistake by taunting up my egg because it allowed him, if he had brawl, to hit my egg and then brawl after. What I should have done is taunted up other things, and then if he had brawl, I would have just still had that 4/4 left. So, but
yeah, but very well played.
In general, it's okay.
And congratulations, and we definitely look forward to seeing you in additional games.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's that. I wasn't there. I didn't see the match. I was on break.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Thanks, Tay.
And here.
Wait.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little salty. That bloodlust, I just saw it coming. I was like, oh, yeah, I can't do that. I had some good
Do you
cards.
have brawl in that deck?
I actually do use one brawl, but I was actually just hoping just to get the board set up with the control and the gore howl. I was actually hoping to be able to use that, but once I saw the bloodlust, I was like, it was over. Yeah.
You can say goodbye. You can say goodbye.
Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
Thank you.
So we're gonna move up to the winners brackets right now.
All right.
So
we are proceeding with the winners bracket.
Looking right now, we have. Oh, we're in
Dart.
the semifinals.
Dart versus Psionic.
Yep.
And here we are. Dax2684, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate the support. And here we go. Edro793. I mean, I am floored. Thank you so much. Glad everyone is watching, enjoying the People's Hearthstone show. And that's what we do. We do it so that people can enjoy it. People can be in the chat, share their mind. It's all love and all family here.
It's really interesting because you haven't been streaming for a long amount of time, but you've already become very adept at responding and handling chat, and it's actually impressive being 100%.
Yeah, and Skashi 13. We're actually taking Skashi 13. That it's a new pharmaceutical based on the name of the Twitch chat. Like, hey, and it's it makes you very relaxed and it makes you enjoy streaming a show like the People's Hearthstone.
It's a bit of a downer sometimes.
All right.
But
and Mega Man EXC3. I remember Mega Man. Like I remember Mega Man 2.
That's one of my favorite series. It's one of the best series of all time.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. Yeah.
And it had great music.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they're just the way the levels are constructed there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Then when you got to Dr. Wily.
I did a piano rendition of Dr. Wily's theme.
You did?
From Mega Man 2.
Yeah, people don't need Fanatiq is a very talented musician, talented pianist.
I would say the same thing about you, but I feel like everyone already knows that. I mean,
oh my God! Oh, wow.
Not everyone gets to, Letterman. Being 100% honest, though, or Kim. Either way, the thing that's really interesting is because I was just listening to Chocolate Rain. I want to say about 2 or 3 days ago, and I feel like it's so pertinent a song for just now. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, thank you so much.
My friend and I, Jeff, we were talking about it, and he was like, I think a lot of people listen to the song but we never really paid attention to. It was just a song, you know. And then when you actually listen to the lyrics, now it's like it couldn't be more relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well, thank you very much.
I
always say the question is more important than the answer because I always say if I could say about it, there'd be no reason to sing about it, and you sing about what you can't say about it.
There you go.
And
that's really that's profound. Being honest, that song really it means so much now.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Piece of work.
And clearly, Fanatiq has some meaning here with. Oh my goodness, that is now. Never mind.
I thought that was something else. I can't even think of the name of the card. But yeah. Okay.
I mean, Enervates without much else to draw. Do you mulligan a deck like that? Fanatiq has 2 Enervates and a swipe, a 4-drop, no coin.
I could see getting rid of all.
Dart is getting rid of all. Yeah, he's
Fanatiq.
3 2-drops and a 4-drop.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, and he went in. He went in with the because he wants to do that 6-drop.
Yeah, but you can't. Would you do that at turn? Would you do
Let's see. Would you put out the Black Knight?
It's a 4/5 on turn 2.
4/5 on turn
powerful.
2. He could put out the 4/5 on turn 2.
Now, what would be even more insane is if some kind of way this hunter had an Annoyatron and he did that. That would be. Then
that
it would be so
interesting.
worth the value would be.
Oh,
insane.
he can boom next turn.
He can do it on turn 3. Yeah.
He can boom on turn 3. Now he has a choice. He has the 2 Enervate, so is he gonna boom on turn 3 or the Black Knight on turn 2?
And I can see the consideration. I feel like you just hero power and just hit the hunter in the face first.
Yeah, and he's going face this time, but yeah, he's gonna be able to boom next turn. And of course there's a boom that just showed up on the other side, but it's not gonna be showing up for the next couple turns.
Yeah.
So
that is tell Charlie Brown no takebacks.
And so it looks like he's gonna boom. He's gonna boom here.
Turn 3 Dr. Balanced. Is that fair?
It's coming.
This is rough.
And that's rough. But
that's a little rough.
Now, what is he gonna draw? Because he has swipe now. So he can kind of use the swipe to clear the board on 4 and use Dr. Boom.
Yeah, once you see that, don't you feel like... I wonder if you already feel like it's too late, you've already been diddled?
It might happen.
Oh, the freezing trap, never mind.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Now,
and what can we verify what trap is this? It is a freezing trap.
Yeah, but in this situation, that was very well played, by the way, by Dart. He is showing that experience. Now, do you go ahead and attack with Dr. Balanced, or do you leave him and maybe just use your hero power? I'm going to go ahead and say I might want to just use my hero power here.
That is a question. I would save swipe for another minion.
Yep, there's a hero power.
Yeah, there's the hero power, and he's...
Okay, and I figured he might attack the 1/1 specifically because you can swipe and get rid of the 2 little
all right
spiders. I have a word for those things, but I won't use that. And so that makes sense. And now he'll probably swipe the pilot shredder.
The pilot shredder, pop that, and then go for the spiders. But he still can't. He needs a mini out there to test for that freezing trap.
Now here's the thing.
It'd be great if he had a charge.
Right. I would imagine he would Keeper of the Grove, the 4/3, so it doesn't summon another minion and increase the value of the swipe next turn.
Yeah, and of course there's Boom on the other side. It's just Dart is at 4 mana, so it's going to be 3 more turns.
Oh, he just swipes now. Okay.
And
that's a really good drop.
But who drop here? The Scrubus discard a random card.
Yeah. See, so you're getting this 4/3, and normally it's really balanced because you have to discard a random card, but here there's none of that, and so it's a really high cost 2 mana card. So the value is actually pretty ridiculous. It's one of the best drops you can get there.
There you go.
Oh, that's interesting. You don't see very many Shade of Max Environments, although it's a very valuable card on Druid specifically because of the Savage War combo. And the Hunter has another... What secret? Is that Snipe? What would that be? Can you check the hunter secret for me, please?
The hunter is running snake trap
Yeah,
and
snake trap.
and freezing trap right now.
Yeah.
And so that is an interesting thing, you know. And so whatever is attacked, it's going to do that. And of course, Force of Nature is putting out enough
gets rid of the
to test for all of that.
Yeah, gets rid of the freezing trap.
And then he'll probably test for the snake trap as well.
He already attacked the minion, so that's going to do both on that turn.
And now will he go face or clear the board?
He can't go face. If he does that, then that would allow the snake traps and everything to kill Dr. Balanced. So he elects instead to get rid of the succubus and do it that way. But the benefit is the hunter has another freezing trap. So
and you know, the other thing to worry about with the snakes is his beast are there near the beast that's going to buff them. And right now, Dart is a sludge belcher.
yes, and I mean I'm not sure which one he would do in this situation.
You know, it would be very. You take a lot of damage taking out.
The druid is already
with this
really low.
commanded weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I would put out the sludge belcher if I were in Dart's situation now.
I can understand.
What would you do?
In this situation, I think I would well, you know what? Let's see what's the matter. Yeah,
Put out the freeze trap.
he put the freezing trap, and I think I might have probably Sledge Belcher, but he probably knows better. He's significantly more experienced than I am, but I could see just kind of maintaining the control with the Sledge Belcher, because the freezing trap. Yeah, see, you run this risk. See, in this situation,
it protects him from boom for the short term.
Yeah, but the problem is now the Sonic got a Druid of the Clang. Druid of the Fang, excuse me. Druid of the Claw. He got a Druid of the Claw, and with the Druid of the Claw, then he can run that with charge, and then he'll still be able to attack with Dr. Balanced. I think he did that to see that it wasn't Snake Trap.
Interesting.
But instead, he makes it a taunt. Interesting.
And so, is this time for Dart to boom? No, he's putting on Animal Companion, trying to buff those snakes. You never know what you're going to get with Animal Companion. But, and he's kill commanding. Trading the snake. Going for the face and then the weapon face. Interesting.
I really thought he would get rid of the freezing trap there.
And
he chose not to do so.
Very interesting series of plays. And then Psionic.
The Triad
kind of.
Does that have charge? I'm pretty sure it does.
The trees, they do have charge at the end of the Trent. No. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, charge, and at the end of the turn, it destroys it. So this gets rid of the freezing trap.
Okay, yeah, there he is triggering the freezing trap. And now we can go for the face.
Mm-hmm.
But is it too late? I would put out the animal companion. That's enough. Okay, that's a saboteur. Incorrect. Yeah, it's kind of a tough thing to go for the board clear there. When you could make a dent in the face.
Dart is the hunter, our young hero. And Dart is slowly but surely whittling and diddling.
Yeah, definitely whittling Psionic down here.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a rough. Yeah, that might be game. He can play the. Is it called the Black Knight? I want to call him the Black Knight.
Spectral Knight?
No, the very, very left. Yeah, it's
the Black Knight. Yeah, destroy the enemy minion with taunt.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a good time to play the Black Knight. But does he have any other taunts?
He doesn't
Protects his
actually.
face.
So even in doing so, and how much health does he have? I can't.
2.
Yeah, that's actually it. There's
He
nothing.
even
to
with the
do.
hotter zero power, even if he did have taunt, he has nothing. He has no tree of life. Nothing to buff. Buff his health.
Wait a minute. Let me see. 7, 9. How much is Savage Roar?
Savage Roar is
11,
3.
13, 15, 16.
The character's +2 attack this turn.
No, I don't think he can lethal. I think I'm.
Yeah. But he can take the sludge. Oh god.
Yeah, it's 2 off.
Oh, he's roping. He can't do it fast enough. Oh man.
Yeah, it's 2 off.
Yeah, it's 2 off. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, I guess
Well
a lot of the
played,
chat
though.
was saying lethal. I guess they just.
Well, you know
Maybe
how
miscalculated.
the arithmetic of the chat works sometimes. Yeah, this does look like it is the end.
And Dart ekes out that. Oh, he's gonna hit him with the BM first.
Oh man, it's like my red arrow to your face. Just leaving that arrow, that lingering arrow there, and kaboom! Psionic, very colorful crater.
Yeah, it was really intense.
That was a fun.
Yeah, that was. I think that was probably the closest match we've had thus far.
Yeah, that was a
intense.
very nice exchange.
Yeah.
Creati 87. Well, no, it's just I think it happens in chat. A lot of people, at least I find in my Twitch chat, a lot of people call out lethal and then they're like, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, sometimes math can be hard, and especially if you don't get. I don't know. Sometimes people just miscalculate things.
Indeed.
Quickly. And then sometimes if one person says it, then other sheeple might agree with that person having not done the calculations themselves.
There you go.
And then you get a flooded chat of lethal when it indeed is not.
Absolutely. But I mean, everyone is so understanding, and so I appreciate all the kind words and the universal support in chat and everyone watching.
It is very universal. I agree.
And there we go. I think we are on to, is it the loser bracket semifinals? What is it?
We're still in the semis, yes. So that was a semifinal. That was actually winners finals.
Winners finals.
And now we'll be doing losers
Loser
finals.
finals,
And
right.
whoever wins this match in losers will actually guaranteed qualify for it. So at this point, Dart has definitely qualified. So we might see a very interesting deck. How do you feel about that match? You did very, very well. It was very close and down to the wire versus Dart.
Yeah, I think the freezing traps really hurt me because I couldn't attack with Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
For a lot of time.
Yeah, and he didn't have any charges to put out to really quickly test and get those traps out of the
Yeah, I
way.
had to have little smaller minions too. I think the Boombot killing the mad scientist, I think that was kind of huge. But
Yeah, no, that was the defining play.
that set up the freezing trap. But,
You played the Druid of the Claw and you turned him into a 4/6 instead of the 4/0 with charge.
Oh, the
to get rid of
charge?
the freezing trap. What was the mentality behind that?
I thought he would have lethal on me, so I wanted to set up a taunt. Because he had bow charge and hero power and 3 guys, so that was 8 damage already. I wasn't sure what life I was at, but I think I needed to have the taunt. Oh, and he had kill command on top of it. That killed the druid, so he had 8 damage and 5, 13 damage, and then he had animal companion. So I think it
There's potential.
might have been dead.
Yeah,
I can be wrong, but
understandable. Wow, so that was still winners. So you have to win one more match, and if you win that, then you qualify. So the pressure is very, very much on. Were you feeling that pressure in there? Did that affect any psychology at all? Do you think going into the match? Or did you kind of displace that and just play? The
once
match?
I'm in the game, I'm just trying to do the best plays I can. So I don't think it affects that much. I think it makes there's nervousness before the game, but once it's in the game, because you're kind of afraid of getting a bad hand in the start. So once in the game, I think I get calmer.
Yeah, because at that point it's all calculation. There's no more.
Definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, very, very well played. It was a really, really close match. I think it was the most intense one we've had thus far. So you have one more match to go. All righty. Good stuff that match, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks.
It was a very intense match. Very, very intense match. Intense match.
Yeah. Hey, Bugs. I was listening. They're having a great conversation.
I am so sorry. I'm gonna let Tay
Bugs
talk
is like,
here.
Hey, he's like, you listen to Tay. I'm like,
Tay's gonna do
fine
the
to
talking
listen.
here.
And
How's it going?
how are you doing? You just snuck up on us right there.
Yeah, I got pushed in.
And very impressive win.
Thank you.
Using the because you don't see a lot of reactive Hunter decks that are relying on the secrets, relying on you often see it. It's all face. It's very aggressive aggro deck, and that was like the perfect defensive.
I was at a very awkward position when actually the reason you would never normally do this, coining out mad scientist, but when I drew 2, I literally thought to myself, oh my god, if I draw the 3rd one, this card's useless.
Yeah.
And of course it turned before it died. And so one thing I tried to do, I'm not sure if it worked or not. I think it actually may have. The second I saw the scientist was dying from the bot, I threw out the trap. So maybe my opponent thought that I grabbed the trap off of the scientist and not just let it go. Maybe he thought I like hero powered or was like so stunned. He was maybe paying attention to the boom bots and missed the trap. And he literally said when we were sitting next to each other, he was like, oh, that was so lucky for you when it hit the mad scientist. So he maybe thought that I pulled it off. So a little bit of fun mind games there.
Yeah. It was kind of huge. Freezing trap really hurt him, pretty hard there.
Yeah, because that he couldn't get anything else out there besides that boom.
Yeah.
And he sacrificed so much to play that boom early.
That's why I was very lucky that I could actually kill both those boom bots off. And again, it really is better to be lucky than good.
There you go.
Heck, if maybe there were like hints on secrets, because you never know what they're holding exactly. I think at one point the snake trap he wasn't sure about.
So you can usually get an idea about what type of deck they're playing. So if you ever see a leper gnome, you can expect that it's explosive trap because it does damage. And if someone's playing leper gnome, it's usually doing like a face kind of hunter. More of a control hunter like what I'm doing. When he saw the on a creeper scientist, I actually never really showed him any, so he didn't know if I was either I was face hunter with a bad draw or control hunter. But if he did any research on me by chance, he would know that it's probably mid-range hunter. So at that point, he either knows it's freezing or maybe even snake.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in additional matches, and that was fun.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So I'm on this.
And are we going to throw to commercial?
Absolutely, we will. So we are very much thanking you guys for still being around. We are done with this. We have one more semifinals match. We have
and
one
then we will be on to the finals.
Absolutely. So stick around, and we'll be right on back.
Awesome.
And I don't know if we're out yet. So
I don't think we're. Yeah, I think we started. Apparently, we were going to be out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a little bit more time.
We are not going to commercial. We're going to go to gameplay.
Oh, right. We are not going to commercial. We are going
happens.
straight into gameplay.
Live. We'll do it live.
Moving forward. Yeah, we'll do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is one of those situations where I wish I had
a broken teleprompter.
Yeah, I wish I had a sheet of paper and I would look like I'm reading things and talking to you about it while it fades out. But none of that happens here. And the match has already started, and I heard the hunter hero power, so it is a hunter versus a warlock. I personally favor the hunter in this matchup in general.
Absolutely.
Of course, I'm willing to be proven wrong here.
And
Jeff, I don't know if you caught those alliterations that I'm throwing out there, but it's happening. It's
Fanatiq getting lucky with the charge. Definitely charge is the best thing for the animal companion
yes, that's
right now.
the huffer. And the huffer really hurts on the hunter because, it's huge to get 4 damage with a charge in Hearthstone.
Absolutely.
It's like as soon as you hurl that card out there, it's like, hi, I'm here and I'm hurting.
And he's doing everything he can do to get rid of that.
But you got to hold on because, now here's the warlock and he's, responding.
And out with the Haunted Creeper.
With the Haunted
And with
Creeper
Hero Power.
hollering back. Oh, and there's the Hellfire card.
And there we go. You never know. And it's a good time to coin this Sludge Belcher. Protect the face. He kind of needs that coin protection. Sometimes Fanatiq just has these laugh attacks.
It's the chat. I mean, some things go over some people's head and some people catch them, and it's always.
I just casting a Sludge Belcher.
Yeah.
You got some blessing, just put on a Sludge Belcher. I'm a Sludge Belcher. I'm weak out. I'm just might be a slime.
What does the Haunted Creeper sound like?
No, the Haunted Creeper Academy. I don't know. What sound does it make?
That's exactly as I heard it.
You can attack me because I'm the Sludge Belcher. Attack me, Haunted Creeper.
That's how I heard it in my head, actually.
No, that's exactly. If you talk to Haunted Creepers, I've been lucky to meet and know a lot of Haunted Creepers, and that's exactly what they sound like. Hey, Ryan, editor, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the kind words. Drazer R. Freddy's 99. It's that Freddy's 99 that we're on. Freddy's 99 saying, you'll hear that voice in a deathbed.
Oh, I'm not ready for some of that. I can't. I'm not. I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
And that Sludge Belcher is still hanging out there.
Yep, he's hanging. He's hanging.
It's not a terrible time to play the anti-kill bot this turn. Get some of that health back.
Healing really helps versus the hunter because they're always hurting. Their hero power.
Yeah, and
they're hurling charges and stuff. So healing helps. To get in the way. And you can kind of.
It's the direct counter.
Right for health. For health purposes, healing. Counters what the hunter wants to do.
And I just heard I'll put this apple on your head, and I just imagine an apple being put on my head, quite literally. Now, this is an interesting time to play Who Lets the Dogs Out. I mean, I guess he's getting 2 damage from the Knife Juggler. He could put out a wolf or some other stuff that would buff the dogs. Because those are charges, since he hasn't attacked with those yet. He does have the power to clear the board here, though. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. Clear the board with the 2 dogs. And Manny can use the hero power, go for the face.
Whoa, there goes the Twilight Drake. It gains health for each card in its hand, but instead.
That was a good time to Hellfire.
Okay.
And putting out the Forest here to restore health. So, the Simplexity is hanging in here.
It was very simple.
Pretty effectively countering the Hunter's ability to draw him down.
Yeah, exactly.
And there we go. Now, what does he have here to get rid of that high main? Is he putting out?
Oh, that Kazan Mystic. That's it's good. You steal the secrets, but it's easier to play around when you know exactly what the secret is. And so this hunter is very well aware of what the secret is, so he can play accordingly. And in this kind of a situation, he knows it's a freezing trap, so he doesn't have to worry about it there. And the warlock, recognizing that it's a secret, that's what it is. He can attack with the Earthen Ring Farseer and give himself another heal.
Absolutely. And we'll see.
Ooh, he does have Kel'Thuzad.
Hey, Learjack000, how you doing? Yeah, he has KT, he has Sneeds, he has some legendaries. KT.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean,
card.
I would love to play KT right in a moment like this. And then just try and clear the board as much as possible.
Yeah, and when you have the board like that, I feel like some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
And it's almost like you can't even believe it's happening.
Apparently, he's not planning to put out KT. Because why would he have just done that?
Yep,
Yeah,
there's a big
he's
game hunter.
playing BGH to get rid of Blood. Probably considered KT. And then... Interesting, he's triggering the secret. Not a bad. It's not a terrible time to trigger that secret. And take that one in 2 bucks. Deal 2 damage to minion. Somebody 1/1 imp for each damage dealt.
Yeah, so he chose not to do the Kel'Thuzad there, which I mean I can see both. I think I'm a pretty big fan of that card.
Ryan Editor, you can't play it at the end of the turn if you don't have the mana to play it at the end of the turn.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the thing. You do actually need the mana crystals to do that. I'm not a Hearthstone expert, but you do actually.
Hit him with that hard hitter right there.
I'm just saying.
That's
sometimes I can count
hatred.
the mana crystals. Occasionally.
Hello.
Occasionally I can do the arithmetic.
Holla.
Once in a while, it happens.
Now hold on now. He didn't know what he was doing.
And there we go. Carrot the Wise, you can be my special kiss, is what they're saying in the chat there. And there we go. There's Savannah again. And using the steady shot to whittle Simplexity down. Let's see.
I have not even been paying attention to this match. Let's get back in there. So, all right, this Hunter, he's very short on cards right now, and actually the Warlock is not in too terrible a position. He's gonna have complete board control. He only has 16 health, but he has so many cards right now, whereas the Hunter, he only has 2.
And that is the Warlock specialty, that card draw. It's built into the hero power.
And there's that Kel'Thuzad for the first time.
Very interesting time to play it, too.
And the Hunter doesn't have anything to counter it, really.
Well, there's a Savannah. There's a... he could silence the KT with the Owl, if I'm not mistaken. Because he has an Owl to put out there. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen.
Very smart usage of
silencing the KT. And then...
I wouldn't say for sure that it's doing much here. I still feel like the Warlock is in a very dominant position.
Yeah, even with the Savannah High main coming along, the Warlock is quite dominant.
Because the Warlock still has, I can't think of his name. Lord Jaraxxus. There we go, Lord Jaraxxus. I'm bad with names. It's terrible. But yeah, so he still has that card, so he still has that health effectively.
The Warrior, or the Warlock.
The Warlock.
It does have a lot of legendaries.
Yeah.
And Psionic totally top decking, putting out everything.
And that's it.
Would you pop the 6/5 with KT, or would you go all face? I mean, I guess 5/7. Popping that. He's making the board control plays.
And you get a
perfect thing to do with Sneeds. Perfect thing to do with Sneeds.
Oh, he just got danced on, bro.
Boom.
What are you gonna do in that situation?
God. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he just.
Oh, and he just drew Sylvanas. Oh,
yeah, he danced on him.
Simplexity is having a very legendary heavy deck here.
Oh, that's it. I feel like that's pretty much, that seals the deal.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just gonna have to hold this.
It'd have to be some amazing draw.
Here comes the Lord Jaraxxus to heal him back up to 15 health.
Yeah, Lord Jaraxxus.
Or an antique hero.
No, Lord Jaraxxus. Boom! Landing there very.
Oh, those are sound effects.
That's exactly what it sounds like. That's
Yeah.
the sound that he makes.
That was accurate. That was accurate.
That's exactly. I was just, it's what I channel Lord Drax.
Yes, you did. You very good channel.
Spin around and land on the board.
He's still getting danced on. Yeah, that's it. That was, see, in those kind of situations, when you just have those cards, you got slanged on. As a hunter, his job was to deal damage a lot more quickly, and he just wasn't able to do so. And he couldn't stop the slanging.
Yeah, and Psionic
He conceded.
surrenders.
Yeah, because at that point, you couldn't, there was nothing to stop the Jiraxis from doing the rest of that damage to that mouth. It was done.
And there we go. Oh, thank you for the chat. I'm glad the chat is so universal in its love. It feels good to be loved. That was a fun match.
Yes, it was. It was fun.
Yeah,
It's painful to watch sometimes when you see this is you've already been bodied and you're still playing it out thinking maybe you have a chance, but you don't even realize you just got slanged on.
Yeah, I mean the danger of having that many legendaries in a deck is, of course,
the early
it can be
game.
very slow. And normally playing a deck that's slow against a hunter is a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely.
For whatever reason, the hunter just did not get to the face.
Yeah, because of the
fast
cards
enough.
issue, it was actually a recipe for dancing.
Yeah. And
alrighty.
And here we have
Complexity.
And you were the
I was the warlock.
The warlock. All right.
Yes.
And very interesting game. It is rare to see because you have so many legendaries in that deck.
Yeah. It's not a standard warlock.
Which kind of makes it a slower deck.
Yeah.
Against a hunter, which is known to be a very fast class. So that would often be a recipe for disaster.
Right.
But you were able to hang in there and kind of slowly get control. You had enough. What you have in that deck, you have enough healing.
There's a ton of healing. 2 Earthins, 2 heal bots.
Yeah.
Right. And then Jiraxis to reset. So yeah, it's just a ton of healing.
And so that kind of allows you to weather the face hunter, and you did. You gained the superior position, which is legendary after legendary after legendary coming out there.
Did you guys like the Kelp design?
Oh yeah,
we did. No, it was definitely
That's cool,
Kelp.
right?
But even better than that though is when you killed the Sneed and then he ended up whipping out that Ysera.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do?
You can't stop the slinging.
What are you gonna do against that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a cool deck.
Yes. Yeah.
You might see it again.
And that was loser semis, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now I think I faced Dart twice. I have to win twice because he hasn't lost yet.
But you've qualified regardless.
Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right.
This is your last chance. Did you wait specifically for this week, or were you just not able to?
No, I tried to get in a couple weeks ago, and Jen said, "Oh, hey, we don't have an opening until February 26th."
All
So
right.
you're waiting for this moment.
Yeah, I was waiting.
There you go.
Did it feel like a lifetime?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
All right.
Good matches, man.
All right, thank you.
Great match.
Thanks.
And here we have
Psionic.
Psionic. And how are you feeling?
Shout out to Roche 21. So that match, I don't know. It hurts to see that kind of thing
That's
happen.
okay. Yeah, I think he queued in with a deck that was tailored to counter. It was a different thing than the last one, so yeah, I think I should have queued it a different deck, but
all right,
something to learn.
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, fantastic game. It's been great having you here.
Made it very far.
And
is there anything? What do you take from this event? What do you take from this tournament? Did you enjoy the environment and the experience in general?
Yeah, it was really cool. In Dart and Simplex, you're really good players, so I'm glad I got to play with them. So it was really cool.
It's
Even
a
though I
great
lost,
experience.
but yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad you have a really great attitude about the way it went. And good luck in your future endeavors with Hearthstone.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty,
Appreciate
man. Nice meeting you.
And Brent 282 talking about the case on Mystic Day. And we talked about that. And we are moving on to
this is the grand
finals. Dart versus Simplexity.
I'm expecting, because Dart is in the winner's side of this, so I know that he has the option of losing one set. And when I found myself in grand finals in many situations, I find it's really hard to kind of go in all the way on your first round. It's almost like you have this cushion, and so it kind of pacifies you in a way.
Interesting.
And then afterwards, when you realize there's nothing else to fall back to, you kind of give it your all and just go in.
So you're kind of thinking that Dart is at a little bit of a psychological disadvantage here, just in terms of the player's psychology.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And so here we go. This is intense. I mean, because they've made it all the way through. These are the two final competitors, and I would say I don't know if anyone would disagree that these might be the hardest competitors thus far.
By the way, I just want to come in here. Hi, Todd. I'm helping to produce the show.
Yeah.
I noticed in chat someone says, "I can't believe Tay is standing this entire time." Do you want to talk about how you managed to stand here for like 5 hours? Because I know you went over to the hammock and lay down by the trees over there in the hammock for about 20 minutes. But you're a machine. Explain that to the people.
I mean, I just do it every night. You burn about 50 more calories per hour of standing than sitting. It increases your metabolism.
Both of things that I don't need. I should be sitting down every minute.
I stand. Okay, World War Geese's walkie-talkie is back.
Yeah, it was back. And speaking of back, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You guys don't go anywhere. We're actually at the grand finals of this tournament. I like the swag ways. And we'll be right on back. You guys give us just a quick break. I'm going to give me something to drink in the meantime.
There we go.
And you should probably do the same. It shouldn't be that long. All right, I'm going to give me some Pepsi real quick. Why is my shoulder always go down whenever I'm here?
We're coming right back.
Oh wait, is this 15 seconds? Yeah. We're coming. Okay. Wow, man, you should be able to travel like I traveled.
Yeah, it was insane. It was intense. It's
just
like I
got off the plane, had a great vacation.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
The only thing that would have been better is if I had taken the NVIDIA Shield tablet with me while I went so I could still read the chat while I was gone.
Oh, there you go. That would have been a fantastic thing. But, it's great to know the winners of this tournament will be getting a Shield tablet and a Shield controller and, in fact, a Shield cover.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but I'm going to.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
It's going to be fantastic.
It might not be.
Uh-oh.
This might be my job, but I live on the edge. I play by my own rules and no one else's. For the person who wins that cover but doesn't have the tablet, because there are 3 prizes and one of them is a cover.
Well, no, that's fantastic. I mean, you can do lots of things. I'm sure it's very versatile.
And onto the match. Simplicity versus Dart.
I think it works that you win the tablet or the controller.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're giving just the cover out.
Oh, okay. So there's only 2 winners.
It's all a package.
It's all a
package?
What? It's a package.
Stop it. All right. So
we're just going to give a tablet cover to someone with no tablet.
This tournament just became that much more trill. So wait, they get
Fanatiq is that's like the losers bracket. It's just the.
Wait, so you get
we're just going to give you a car tarp. We're not going to give you a car.
What?
Here's the tarp to cover it up.
Are you real?
Just imagine it's a Ferrari underneath the tarp.
All right. Anyway.
All right, and
we got the mage.
Dart with the 2-8 taunt right out here. And you probably put a minute from there.
Yo, he's running that deck. He's running the deck that I wanted. I would have rather that he played this set of cards here. Notice addiction, and he definitely has the duplicate and the Death Lord to aid in the dancing, so that he can constantly basically just outlast the person. It's a fatigue mage here.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So the Death Lord, so he's gonna have double Death Lord and a duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if this is done right, you're definitely gonna dance on someone, right?
I'm just sorry. I just heard Whitney Houston like, I want to dance with somebody. somebody who loves.
Oh, good
you're
music,
dancing
good
on
music.
somebody. It's like seriously.
Shout outs to Bobby.
I want to dance with somebody. Well, that's what that's bringing up in my head. I see minions dancing, but around. Nummy 43, the shirt heard around the entire interweb.
Yeah, and I'm pretty. If you do this right, it's got to be destructive, right? I mean, there's not much you can do to destroy all of this, health and, how do you destroy a mage, in this dominant position?
That is a good question.
Yeah. It sucks because sometimes when you see the mage, you think, oh, he's going to be a mech mage, but instead you're actually duped because he's, you see what he's doing here.
And, I mean, the response, I suppose, is to try to, because Dart really isn't going to be in a position doing a lot of attacking.
No.
So the Simplexity's response would be to have enough healing and enough survivability in his deck to be able to kind of balance things out.
So the reason why he actually destroyed the frog is because he wanted to duplicate something else instead, and secrets only work when it's not your turn.
Yeah.
So then, since he can destroy that, you get the point there. So that's what he's doing, and it's really good. It's really good. Oh, he drew another duplicate. This is pretty good. Oh, his hand is already too full, so he's destroying the cards.
Oh gosh, losing lightning strike. Yeah, he's got to get some. And it makes it so embarrassing when it shows the card right there to your opponent.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to get the cards out there at this point.
Mm-hmm. And this is what's unfortunate is because the more cards you play in this situation, this mage, his whole goal is just to constantly keep getting rid of those. So at this point, you have 4 cards out there, and he's going to find a way of destroying them all. Let's see, what could he do to do so?
It's Flame Strike.
He does have Flame Strike. I don't think he wants to Flame Strike yet.
Yeah,
because he did.
Yeah, he's holding on to it.
Oh, wow.
There's the Flame Strike across the board there. And going for the face. So we have... Yeah, he has got a cold there, blizzard, and he has lots of options to deal with lots of situations.
Yep, I like that. See, this is why this is a People's Hearthstone. Sip Zip is one of those people, and I respect it. We all come here and learn. I don't know this deck intricately at all.
No, I am learning a lot watching Darts play with this deck.
Yeah, watching.
He has Alex Straza. He has a lot of.
It's really good.
A lot of options here.
Yeah, Dart is doing a lot. It's like with those duplicates and and the Death Lords, he's gonna dance on people, and it's hard not to get diddled in this situation.
Absolutely.
And now he's making Dart draw.
Yeah,
and that's doing exactly what Dart was doing earlier, and it's kind of destructive to Dart's play.
Yeah, Dart is. Or Simplicity rather, is actually in danger of the fatigue game. He has 8 cards left versus Dart's 14.
Yeah.
And
it's just funny to see him do what Dart did.
And then he's putting the heal bot out for only 2 health.
And I doubt he's gonna do the duplicate because you don't want double frog.
Yeah.
And he's already done damage. He's done 6. Wow, Dart is doing things. He's dancing on him so far.
Yeah, Dart is in a good situation. He has actually kind of playing that lightning storm while he still has it. Putting out the anti-kill bot.
Ooh, is the audio getting slaned right now? I'm pretty sure they'll fix that really quickly.
Yeah, I think it should work. Sometimes there's a little bit with that Twitch compression where it'll be off a little bit and then come back into working again. Sound is dancing on us.
Oh, and he's doing Alex Straza.
Oh boy.
Oh, is he gonna dance on him right now? He did. Oh, And I can only imagine Simplexity is thinking in his head, did this dude just did this? You know, it's like, but it's done. It's done.
It's
you
done.
know? He did it.
The deed is done.
The deed is done. Dart did it. Yeah. This is destructive. You know, he's down to 15 health.
And doing 5 damage to try and take out that Alexstrasza.
Oh.
And sacrificing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Especially given the card situation, where he is certainly not out of range of the fatigue game.
And he can destroy the explosive sheep by doing his hero power.
And
now he's putting out the duplicate.
Put out the explosive sheep. No, he's kind of holding on to.
Yeah, I don't. At this point, I don't know what he's really capable of doing. I feel like Dart is already in too dominant a position, and there goes the Death Lord, and I'm pretty sure he's likely to play that because you want to duplicate Death Lord when you're doing this deck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because Death Lord is probably the most destructive because it makes you draw. You know, it deals damage. It has a lot of health. And he's gonna duplicate it, so then he's gonna have 2 more of these taunts, and it's hard to stop the dancing.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with that.
You feel like you're already diddled.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Afro Geek Tay Zonday, help us. This audio is crazy. Yeah, it's a deck with great relationships. You know, you can see a lot of good synergies. The Simplexity is certainly far from gone. He has a lot of stuff he can put out there.
Yeah, but
he's just not putting it out there.
He's at that point. How many cards does he have left? His deck is
out of
looking
10, and then he has 4 cards
yeah,
left.
see, his deck is really thin right now.
And a lot of low mana drops. I don't know if he's just saving them all.
Oh, and Echo of Medivh. Oh, look what he's done. I think he's been diddled.
Put a copy of each friendly minion into your hand. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I don't have that card. I want it badly.
Can you craft it?
I could. I'm really particular about not crafting cards though, for some reason.
Interesting.
I most of the time I only craft legendaries. Except for at the very beginning of an expansion, which I now realize was a mistake. Oh. And that's a flame strike. Is it though?
It looks like a good time to flame strike to me.
Actually, but see, here's the thing. The Blizzard would be just as effective, and only 3 of those minions actually have any form of attack. So then really, do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Oh.
He's choosing the flame strike.
Flame strike and drops a Death Lord. Oh.
And yeah, now he's kind of going for the face, which, you know, the mage isn't exactly.
That's why. Now it makes a lot of sense.
Battlefield.
Okay, so the reason why he was running all of those spells is because he has Malygos, and he was planning to run the Shaman. Because we were all looking, and I saw some people in the chat asking, is he really running all spells in his hand? But that's what it is. Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh. Ooh. Oh man. Ooh, Simplexity. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Woo! Now, is that a comeback?
Now, despite the damage and the diddling he did with the Death Lord duplicate, some kind of way he had all those spells to seal that deal. Wow, Simplexity. That was very sound play there.
Absolutely.
He kept it simple.
He kept it simple, and what was that? 32 damage.
Yeah.
32 damage on that final turn.
He summoned the Malygos, and then the spells were... That's crazy.
And he had the spells, and that takes some psychological fortitude. to play like that.
Yeah.
You gotta have your poker face on.
Yeah.
And that was definitely, he got danced on.
So to fix that echo problem, we're gonna restart broadcast. Our stream will drop for about 5 seconds.
All right, the stream will be gone for a few seconds, so that's enough time.
You're restarting the broadcast?
Yeah. That's enough time for you to do nothing. Spin around in your chair and it'll be right on back. I feel like we do need an interview after that game because that was intense.
We're gonna do both at the same time.
Oh, we'll do both. Okay.
Oh, wait, are we stopping broadcast?
Why?
Or are we?
Because there was
Todd just said that we're stopping.
There was some complication with the audio, but it'll only be half of a second. But that was intense. That was intense.
You seen that before?
Yeah, I've seen it, but man, that was insane.
I needed my ice block.
Hey, thank you for running that deck, though. I wanted to see it. I'm going to copy those cards. It's happening. It will happen.
That is a great deck.
Yes, it is.
And I knew exactly what he had, and I was like, first of all, I gotta try to mill Malagos, and second, I'm like, I gotta keep myself at 30 health, not even that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was nuts. That was very nuts. And everyone in the chat was going ham. They're just like, what? Why does this guy have all spells in his hand? And it's like, well, now you know. And we are back. So let's go ahead and get those interviews. We have Young Dart and Simplexity.
And wow, that was just, I mean, we've cast some very interesting games. I would have to say that might be the most interesting, at least my favorite.
Yeah, thus far
so
at the
far,
People's Hearthstone show.
That was really fun.
For sure. And it was really crazy. You duplicated the Death Lord, and you were dancing on him with all of your cards.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was more important that I knew what deck he had, so I tried to mill any of the important ones, which unfortunately I missed. And then when that didn't work, I'm like, all right, maybe I can Alexstrasza and try to kill him with the slowest deck in Hearthstone. Also didn't work. And then I tried to give myself a 30 health just in case he didn't have both Crackles and then a bunch of one stuff. And that didn't work either. I mean, I had an ice block, but I just didn't draw it.
Right. Yeah. I think the ice block just would have totally ruined it, right? Because I would have ran out of damage. I couldn't have Malagos on for 2 turns. He would have polymorphed it or something, right? So, yeah. I had one shot.
Yeah, when you summoned the Malagos and then you were able to shoot all those spells at him.
It's a max of 38 damage.
38.
If Crackles hit 11, then 2 lightning bolts are 8 each. That's 38.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the Malagos summon, I was thinking, like, did this dude just did this? And then
it was on the bottom, too. That's why the game was taking so long, or,
Yeah.
But, I mean, the deck can only beat, like, 2 or 3 different decks in the entire game. So
I mean, we both made it through anyways, so we just thought we'd have some fun with it.
And it was very entertaining.
2 of hopefully the most fun decks, and actually turned out to be a better game than I thought it would be.
Yes, it did. And now you guys actually have to play it again.
Do we?
That was in the winners. Yes, so now you're into the losers bracket.
Oh no!
So you guys have to run one more match to decide who's actually the winner.
Should I try to find another fun deck, or
I
mean,
no, I think let's go hard, right?
All right, go in. Yeah, he wants.
Can I make it fun one real quick? You guys,
I don't know.
We might need to talk to the producers really quick.
Mr. Producer,
Dart would like to design a new deck.
What's that?
Dart would like to.
Can we do something else for fun?
Really quickly. Because there's one more match, right?
Yeah.
Last one.
Go quick.
But this is not the deck you can. Oh, okay. He needs time.
Yes, a few seconds to design a new deck.
It's like we're not designing the deck here.
Yeah.
It's like, what point would that serve? Jeff Phoenix, both of you can go hard and go in. There you go. I
have to be one of the weirdest people because most of the time I feel like I do things that are they're just entertaining to me, and it's like I feel like it's probably more entertaining to me than it should be. Like having fun with alliterations can be fun, but I'm getting the biggest kick out of that, almost as much as the awkward handshakes last week.
No, I mean it's great fun.
It is for some reason.
Thank you everyone in the chat for the support.
Thank you all for allowing me these alliterations. It's absolutely
despite
amazing.
the diddling you did with the Doomlord duplicate, did done got danced song. It's like dispatch the diddling he did with the Doomlord duplicate. Dot did done got danced on. Hallelujah. And
just did this.
I get that. We just done did that. We done diddle done dee. Diddle Dundee. That's a new movie coming out about all the diddling that's happening here. It was Crocodile Dundee. This is Diddle Dundee.
Oh.
Diddle Dundee is going to be...
Dundee's
yes, Diddle Dundee. That's our mascot. And we're going to be moving forward here.
Yes, we will.
With Diddle Dundee. Oh, people are like, preach! Preach the gospel of Diddle Dundee, who done diddled the Death Lord. All them done times. We're done diddling Dundee.
we might have taken a loss there. It happens. It happens.
This dude done did this. That's what Pandora Hill. This dude done did this with Diddling Dundee. The dude done did this. Explicit 480. While I'm proud of my alliteration. Rush 21. Thank you so much for the kind words. I said that. Good one, explicit. Yeah, it's Canberra. That was so not right.
Diddle Dundee.
Diddle Dundee is nasty.
Now I'm gonna make.
No, I think that's a new Hearthstone card.
Exactly.
We need a new minion called Diddle Dundee.
Diddle and Dundee.
And then when he put him down, his voice is gonna be woohoo.
Yeah, and
he'll be loud.
Maybe he can draw out other cards with candy.
Well, I missed that. I totally didn't hear. I was too busy doing my diddle voice.
It didn't even need to be repeated. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So we have one more match, and what's happening right now is Dart is designing a new deck.
Dart is designing a new deck to defeat
Simplexity, who is standing by. Is gonna summon some more spells with the Molly.
There he goes. He has to summon the spells in the break, so he kind of has them ready.
Yeah. So yeah, this is standard play. It's suspenseful. We're at the grand finals. Someone's gonna win.
There you go.
So yeah, just sit
I'm
by
very
and
interested
watch.
to see will Dart hold on or that is very interesting.
Yeah, we gotta see.
It's Canberra. Can you show me what awkward handshake from last week with that? I didn't see it last week. I'm great at handshake.
Yeah, they were great.
How you doing?
Yeah, see?
That's a confident handshake.
Yeah, it wasn't
That's a
complicated.
handshake you ought to invest money in.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously. That's the most important thing when I'm like handshaking someone in like a business situation is, to handshake firmly and with confidence, because you'll do it with you handshake someone that kind of have like a lettuce handshake. It's like that. It just kind of it does not say good things about your character to have a lettuce handshake.
Your stomach turns.
You always say you have to have that firm.
And
handshake.
Speaking of that, do you not hate? I'm just gonna have to go here for a quick second. When someone goes to shake your hand, and then they squeeze before you even get a handshake, so then they squeeze like 4 of your fingers.
Yeah,
and it just feels like, wait, really?
It just kind of feels like a.
Yeah,
it's
my
like
stomach hurts when that happens.
Yeah, it feels non-committal. Is what it is. It feels like go all in with a handshake.
Right,
Don't do the finger shake. It's kind of like
Yeah. Or when someone just leaves their hand there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, LA is also LA is a very I want to say LA is a very huggy town. In terms of people are good for like the business hug or like the business you see people you've seen around, and it's kind of like. There's a thing in LA where it's like, do you go for the handshake? Or is it like, hey, bring it in, bro, how you doing? And it's like, I always kind of get that wrong. So it's like, I go for the handshake and someone is kind of trying to bring it in. And I'm like, hey, I didn't know we were bringing it in like that. And they're kind of which is interesting when it's someone I've known for years. It's like, okay. But yeah.
This conversation is definitely brought to you by NVIDIA Shield tablets, which are an amazing product, by the way. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
Well, no, it is. It is actually a tablet.
Yes, it actually is a really good product. It does.
In fact, the winners are going to get an NVIDIA Shield tablet and NVIDIA Shield controller.
Yes.
And
this isn't
a tablet cover in a package.
They're getting all of them.
Yes, you thought they were just going to get the tablet cover.
I thought first place was going to get the tablet, second place was going to get the controller, and third place was going to get the tablet cover. I was like, third place got bodied. Third place got a price to sell on eBay.
No, I think we all. It is actually a singular package.
Yeah, and that's actually amazing for one person to get all of those things. Will that be going to first, second, and third, or just first? Just first place. So
first place. And
so there's
it'll be
pressure.
fun.
The pressure is on.
It's pressure. We got the pressure. It's like, I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
There you go. I was going to the second part of it.
I'm so excited.
I wish I had a piano here. I'd play with you.
I just can't hide it.
Yes, this is good stuff. What's this?
Because I know, I want to get into polishing the spectacles and casting the final game here between Dart and Simplexity.
Oh, Dart's running the Druid deck.
Ooh.
So he designed a Druid deck to demonstrate for all of us here.
Oh, okay. Poker Pro 1962.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Come on, you're making us laugh too much.
You gotta
That's
stop
wrong.
it.
Come
Stop
on.
it. What are you doing?
Thank you for all the love from the chat. And Dart putting out a 2-4 using an Enervate to get that 2-4. What is it? It's a Grove Tender. Give each mana crystal each player draws a card. And
he's definitely running Mildruid. There's no way. When you see the Cold Light Oracle, it has to be.
Youthful Brewmaster.
And he has
friendly
Youthful
minions from the battlefield to your hand. All right.
So then he can play the Cold Light Oracle, which will make them draw 2 cards, bring back the. And of all the decks, I feel Mildruid. This is completely original thought, by the way. I feel that the Mill Druid is probably the most valid because the Druid has so many heals.
All right, yeah.
With Healing Touch and Tree of Life and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
And one time I was just chilling and I was thinking about it and it hit me like, wow, of all the classes, this is probably the best.
Oh, so you are definitely like you should be the Mill Druid's publicist.
I should be.
Seriously.
Especially
like,
if I'm coming to these thoughts independently.
Yeah, if they're gonna run these run a Mill Druid commercial, it's like you want a Mill Druid to have your back.
This group is pretty good. It's not as good as a Pepsi, but it's very, very good.
Did
that happen? Did that happen?
Did you get in that? Did you get in that? You didn't put yourself in that.
I did, unfortunately.
You went right for the middle of that. Right for the jugular.
Yeah.
And ba-ba-da-boom. Shape-shifting hero power, using the hero power to take that out. And what are we putting out here? We're putting out a Youthful Brewmaster, return a friendly minion to the battlefield.
That's interesting. Normally you would think he would save that for the Cold Light Oracle.
That would be each player draws 2 cards. Yeah, if he's a Mill Druid, he would be trying to do that. Of course, he has another one. So it's not his only Youthful Brewmaster. But he probably has another Cold Light Oracle.
He does.
So, yeah, and now he's just planning to play the other Mill Druid, or the other, Youthful Brewmaster.
Oh, that's why he played that Youthful Brewmaster. So I'm guessing so that he didn't overdraw the minion?
Yeah, that could have been a factor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Mirth Jenkins, this Evo I probably will be. Destroy a minion, your opponent draws 2 cards.
And here we go with Naturalize. Minion, if he draws 2 cards. Wow, yeah, this Mill Druid is.
And that's one of the cards.
Oh gosh, yeah.
2 cards disappeared, got dissipated.
They got dissipated. Yeah, I guess that works. I like that alliteration, disappearing and dissipating. They dissipate and disappearing.
Yep, thanks to the draw. He's doing Mill Druid. Okay, I don't even know. I don't know.
And Naturalize, using the cards he's getting for sure. Oh man.
Yeah, that hurts. You hate to see that one go.
You hate to see a fire elemental just, man.
Just get danced on like that and destroyed. And then he destroyed that Death Rattle card with the spell damage.
Yeah, that's, ooh, that's rough. That is some rough milling. And
I'm gonna get a Pepsi.
And the mill druid against the shopman is so tough because of overload. Because they just can't get the cards out there as fast.
Yeah.
It's kind of like playing the antithesis to the shaman. But we have seen.
How many cards does the shaman have now?
Ooh.
No, not in his hand. Left in his deck. 9 cards left.
9 versus 13. Oh gosh,
oh.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, this is getting rough, and he still has the tree of. No, he has a healing touch. He drew the tree of life much earlier, so yeah, this is rough. At this point, I don't know if this is even winnable for the shaman anymore.
Yeah, he's losing so many cards after he has spell deal 1 damage to all minions.
It is winnable. You know why? Because he's still running that same deck. With Malygos, he's trying to burst him all at once.
Yeah. He's gonna put out a bunch of stuff. He's definitely gonna play Hex next. Interesting.
My hand is too full.
Oh, all
Now
right.
he actually destroyed one of the cards from his deck.
I didn't see what went there.
Oh, it's a different deck, but is he not still doing? He's not still going for the same play. Is what I was trying to get at. I keep forgetting I have to be so very specific in the way I say these things. Thank you guys for keeping me in line with my speech. He's saving. He's saving. He's not going to be running Malygos in this deck?
Yeah, this is very interesting.
I still see all of the spells present.
That's a good board clear right now, or attempted board clear. Put out here with Elemental. Definitely needs that face protection to be able to draw some more. And Darkness drew Wrath.
Hmm.
Yeah, 5 damage to minion, 2 damage to all minions. Oh yeah, so it's Wrathing and Starfalling that, and then going for the face. And then going for the face some more. Oh, your minions trigger death rattle twice. Interesting.
So okay, I don't think. I guess he has Earthshock Reincarnate. So yeah, I guess they're making. It does make sense for him to be running a Death Rattle deck. But it's the interesting thing is, he's basically running a mill deck, but it didn't even get to that point yet. He's already destroyed some cards, but I think he might die before it gets there.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, next turn could be lethal.
Yeah.
Even if he puts up a taunt.
Yeah,
because he can destroy it with the
Dart
silence and then Starfire.
Of course, yeah. And Dart is just full of healing options here. So. Yeah, it is definitely not looking good for Simplexity. Wunan 10, how are you doing?
See, this is difficult for me. I think I need to assimilate some more adjectives to aid in my alliteration usage.
And Dart is victorious over
Simplexity.
Over Simplexity.
And that's just a pride match, kind of, because they both qualified. So there's not nearly as much pressure, but sometimes there's still the pressure just for the title or just for you want to push yourself to be the best you can be.
Absolutely.
And so I can understand that. But this is a very good match. It's a Mildred, but he never even got to the point to where he was, wasting his cards. He just kind of got dominated.
Yeah.
And so it's bad when someone's going for a specific style of defeat and instead they slang on you just with the cards themselves.
And I was almost kind of expecting a little bit something. It's totally different from Simplexity. I'm surprised he played with a fairly similar deck to the previous.
Yeah, it looked,
because you imagined that he would change it up.
Well, I thought it was the same deck, but I guess he did have. Because I couldn't see the spells over there because I don't have the control of the mouse.
Yeah.
So I just knew that there were a bunch of spells in his hand. But this time, I guess he had Earth Shock and other things that weren't necessarily, the focus wasn't, I don't know. I guess this deck, the purpose, as Jeff Phoenix was explaining, was to duplicate 2 cards at once and things. So, you were the winner of this tournament.
I am.
You got to diddle him with the Druid Mill deck. But it didn't even really come down to him fatiguing or anything. He just kind of got
guess not.
on. Yeah, you just slanged on him too quickly.
It was fun anyways.
Yeah, it was. Did you even, when you go into that match knowing that no matter what you've already qualified, is there even any pressure or anything? It's just I'm just playing for fun. Huh?
That's why I naturalized the unbound elemental. Normally when I saw the the earth elemental, the big dude, I would have been like, all right, he's got some other big guys, but. I mean, it's more fun to try to kill him out of the draw.
Yeah. That was very, very good. It was a very entertaining deck. Congratulations now.
And I know people in chat were wondering why I'm here when it's supposed to be a friendly thing.
It's friendly.
It is very friendly.
Yeah.
I hope you all get this reference, but I kind of wanted to Uncle Drew this. Do you know that?
No.
Okay, so hopefully someone does. If you don't, look up Uncle Drew on YouTube, and then you'll get it.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well,
you'll see.
Alrighty. Well,
it's been a fun time, and we have here.
Thank you very much,
congratulations,
Uncle Dart.
Yeah,
quick shout out to my team, Ascendancy, and I'm in. Once again, I'm in Hearthstats tomorrow. I'm facing Gara. I'm in the top 8 of a big tournament. Everyone, check it out.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do my best to win.
Thank you, and shout out to NVIDIA Shield tablet as well. We're gonna bring on. We're gonna bring on the next person, Simplexity.
What's going on, guys?
How did that feel? You got to play against Dart multiple times. I mean, it was a fun deck, right?
Yeah, it was just a fun deck. We just got rushed down by a Fatigue Druid or Mill Druid. It's kind of sad,
so weird, right?
Yeah, it's a little sad.
All those cards disappearing. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, it's sad too.
Yeah, I kept thinking, okay, we're gonna, he's getting rid of some of your cards. Eventually, it's, it can be kind of chaotic because you run out of cards to play. But then he just slanged out from the beginning and started actually dealing damage.
Yeah, and the Shaman has so many overload cards. It's hard.
Yeah.
When it's kind of like
I couldn't play anything.
It's the perfect.
I cannot dump it fast
the
enough,
exact
right?
thing that you can't really play against a mill deck. It's the worst deck to be playing against a mill deck.
Yeah.
Because of all the overloads.
It's Combro wants to know, did you have Sneeds in your deck?
No, I didn't. That's I should, but I mean it's already greedy enough. Like it plays almost no early game minions. That's why I couldn't ever get rid of my hand. So yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. You definitely qualified, which is what you came here for.
Yeah.
What do you plan on doing until next week to kind of prepare for the actual?
I have to go back and I'll probably try to watch the last few weeks and see who else is coming and what they're playing. Right.
Very smart. Do your homework.
Yeah, because the only one that I might have an idea is Dart. So because he's the one that I played today. So yeah.
Do you play competitively like outside of this?
Not like in huge tournaments. Like once in a while, if I have time, I'll play on the weekend, like in a weekly tournament, just for like $100. But other than that, I just play on ladder.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, good stuff.
All right.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. And so.
Thanks too much, bro.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tay.
So, you guys could wrap it up, and as soon as you're ready to end it, just throw, and we'll take you out. So it's off to you guys.
All right. So, always an enjoyable show.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much to everybody who's watching on Twin Galaxies Live.
Yeah, the universal positivity was really crazy.
So much support in the chat, so much love.
Yeah.
And thank you to NVIDIA, who is sponsoring this. And again, the final winner will get an NVIDIA Shield tablet, a tablet cover, and an NVIDIA Shield controller.
Absolutely.
Great to be able to play the game portably. And, thank you so much to Twin Galaxies Live.
Yeah, for hosting. I think
and next week is the final.
Yeah, and I can't say enough how humbling it is to be here at Twin Galaxies. I remember one time tuning into this stream and they had Terrell Owens here. It's just like, wait, what?
And it's like, hey.
Tune in, you see Rick Fox playing Pac-Man and stuff, or Jason. You see all these people
are in
here.
it. People are in and out of the space, and so it's fantastic. Like
some people aren't here crazy, probably blown away to see Tay Zonday, on the stream here, just like turning it on, and it's like, what? Tay Zonday's here.
Expensive 480, I might. I'll see.
Yeah. It's like the phrase I've always heard before is this place is a lot like the CNN. Like for
this
video
is like
games.
the CNN of video games.
Yeah,
Twin
and
Galaxies.
It's an interesting place to be, and I'm very, very thankful that they've included me here and allowed me to coast. I mean, when you're going in, sometimes I don't even know how to respond. It's just very entertaining.
I'll tell you, like the most interesting thing for me about doing a co-host or like working with a co-host is figuring like where, because I am absolutely crazy and insane on my stream. Especially when I'm casting other people, and it's so energetic and so out there that it's kind of like it's moving to a different rhythm and kind of having the opportunity to to do a different tango and do kind of a different dance. And
the dancing reference.
So the people who are here for my stream are kind of like, "Tay, be crazy and be big." And I was like, wait. It's not just like about that. It's supposed to be having fun, having a tournament, having bracket, getting to know people, my learning, everyone else's learning, and so this is always a fantastic opportunity to do that.
And much like how you have maybe an alter ego, if you will, when you're in your own and streaming, and then here you have to kind of dial it back a little bit.
Absolutely.
I also feel that I can be a little different in my own private stream. And things can get a little bit more Negroidian. Okay. That's like Martian. Like I say, things get more Martian in my screen. Yeah. So that's just a different planet. And then, so it's another one of those planets in the solar system. And and so here I kind of turn on my So
we'll just stop it there. Anyway.
And so we're going to close with "Oh Jesus, Lord God" in the chat, showing up at exactly the right time. We needed "Oh Jesus, Lord God." Goodbye, "Oh Jesus, Lord God." Mazion, Molduite, Drop, Dead Ched, It's Canberra, Bob De Niro, Letrian, Vague HS, Nub Euphoria 333, Poke It With a Stick, Lag Futeki, Lewis 3103. It's Canberra, Drazer R, Raver to the Graver. Oh, Jesus, Lord God, again, we needed a second one. Roast 21, World with Legee, 0x1, SR, Land, great to see you. Carrot the Wise, Brent 2828, Riot Editor, everyone, Pirate Boo, Mata Crusades, Luna Lily, Vague HS. Thank you, everybody, and we shall see you next week, and we are out.
Twin Galaxies.